Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Caffeinated or Die. My name is Matt, and I am joined by Zach and Tay-Tay. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. It's going to be a little loud here as I am actually not in the studio. I am on site in downtown Lynn. It is a little loud, it's a little heavy. It is an average Lynn Sunday morning. Thank you very much. If you can hear anything in the background, that is merely the riot of normal citizens.
There's a riot. Wow. What did you do? Is this
Welcome to Lynn.
Is this all of the hookers that you have just decided to gather up in this really weird day that you planned today?
No, just this is actually a normal Lynn day. There are constantly riots and festivals and crowds and shootings on a daily basis. The screaming will probably begin again shortly.
Well, we will do what we can. I do hope that our man on the street, besides you, our man on the street is not in there caught. That would be bad. I mean, riot is something new.
There's an excellent chance that Rackist is, in fact, in the middle of the riot somewhere. I can actually see tear gas grenades already being fired. The police are advancing on a line of armed protesters. It is definitely getting ugly out here, but we're going to keep ourselves right here with the eye on the sky.
Well, you definitely need to be safe. I hope things, peter out
for the goddamn week.
Well, you heard it, folks. We got a riot going on. So, Zach is not in studio with me today, which is why the floors have actually been cleaned. This is his monthly excursion out into the deep darkness of Lynn.
I am allowed in public once a month.
Once a month. So it's we need to
by law. I need to be allowed at least one public outing a month.
Yeah. Well, we do have to clean your enclosure. So it's something that it has to happen. And we also have with us Taylor. How's it going, buddy?
It's going good.
You were particularly absent last week. We had to get one of the many women that come through here for Zach's non-stop sex drive to fill in for you. It was very awkward.
Call it insatiable lust.
Well, I had some personal things come up that day that I was not able to join, so I'm glad you were able to find a suitable replacement.
Well, while we're doing that, we might as well, before we get started, apparently I am more loud than the rest of you, so I'm going to turn my mic down. Give me just a second here.
Fix your shit, Matt.
I'm trying to. God damn it. I'm fixing it. We know how things are. So let's say hello to people in the chat. Let's see who we got here. We got Ben C is here. Lo-Fi's here. The Gallagher. How's it going, guys? Twisted Skipster. We were talking a little bit earlier. Jake Pearson. Let's see who else. We got Sarah's in the chat. Drakenath. Good morning. Kaduntress, of course. Anybody else? Renovations is here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Before we start, I'd like to say that go ahead and hit that like button. Share us around. We definitely want to get this show going. It's going to be a good one. Hopefully. We are going to be having, our very first guest on this new version of Caffeinated or Die?
Yes, but first, a word from our sponsors.
Oh, we have a sponsor?
We have a sponsor this time around. If you are craving for something both salty and sweet, something that could be in both freshwater or saltwater and gives you energy throughout the day, do you want to feel like you've got get up and go? Well, if you're feeling froggish, you should leap for Frog Balls, the one and only frog-flavored treat. They come in both adult and child versions. And just for you, and for an easy price of $3.99 at your local store, you can get your very own package of Frog Balls. Made by Badisco.
Now, these are chemical-free, right?
These are absolutely chemical-free. We do not put chemicals in the fucking water to turn the freaking frogs gay.
Well, that is good to know. That is very good to know. I'm glad that that's not going to happen to people.
That is a Catholic thing to put chemicals in the water.
That's true.
As you are all well aware, we do not support boy fuckery. It does not happen here. That's not our thing. Matt was very, very adamant about that when we checked in with him last.
Yeah.
He said, no, there will be no supporting of boy fuckery here.
Exactly.
Thank God, because if he had said, yes, we support that, Tay-Tay and I would have had to drag him out back and shoot him. We're serious about that. Tay-Tay carries a 6-hour at all times. I myself prefer. See, there you go. I myself prefer the Colt 1911. I find it's classic quality. But we are both packing at all times. We are all armed. I have several weapons that I don't even tell you guys about, just in case you get a little squirrely.
Yeah, and me being someone who is not for gun control. I do appreciate the two gentlemen in the booth. Well, one gentleman in the booth and one on the street, carrying just in case something bad goes down. I mean,
actually, the streets of Wren, I'm currently carrying an AR-15 and an AK-47 strapped to my back, just in case. It's a crazy day out here. As we speak, I am watching several police officers club several men to the ground. I think one man's skull is split. There does appear to be grayish pink matter flowing from his brain cavity.
Well, Dragonath thinks that we may need to get you some tear gas grenades. It's a possibility, I guess. I mean, if you want tear gas. Do you want, like, flashbangs?
That says feed me a tear gas grenade, and I am not interested in that. I have experienced both tear gas and CS, and frankly, not a fan. It's why I have the gas mask ready.
Well, there you go. See, you are prepared. Now, Sarah does say, please don't shoot Matt. He does the dishes. I do the dishes, so that is important. That's very important to her.
Yeah, but Matt, we know you're very, very fluent in defending yourself with a high-heeled shoe.
Look, we can get any immigrant worker to do the dishes. As long as you don't turn into a Catholic communist, you'll be fine.
Look, I don't use the high heels. What I do is I put a brick in the purse that I carry around, and I just, well, okay, let's call it what it is. It's a merce. And I swing it at the person that comes at me.
It is not a merce when you're in drag.
I'm not always in drag. I'm not always in drag. I do go out looking like myself. Do you know how long it takes to do that makeup? It takes hours. I don't always have hours. I don't have a slew of women just waiting to pamper me and put things on me and have things go crazy like Sparkles does, okay? So
we have to talk about that at some point. While I am not against anyone experiencing, homosexuality, I am a little bit leery about one of my co-hosts being openly gay. Call me a conservative, but I am a little nervous about that.
That's not my fault. I get dragged away by 5 different women that want to play.
No one can force you to be gay, Sparky, after the second time. I can understand the first time. I can understand that. Somebody has a gun to your head. I get it. You might suck a dick. At gunpoint, everyone sucks a dick. But the point I'm making is that after the second or third time when you've now looked for it, I don't know. That screams gay.
I mean, I have seen Tay-Tay strolling, patrolling the streets where I tend to congregate.
Nah, that's not me.
That's not you. Someone 6'7", skinny as shit, can lift, fucking 250-pound tires over his head, lift a transmission by himself.
Basketball American.
Is partially Indian. That's not you.
Dot Indian too. Let's be real. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, you're more tech support than you are, Feather. I mean, it's in the name of your channel. Don't lie to us, Tay-Tay.
I do great tech support, but that's it.
That what they call it these days? Tech support?
Yeah, well,
tech support. You just call in for some tech support. Call our all-male hotline for your tech support today. Is your hardware down? Is your Microsoft getting you a little unhappy? Do you have bugs and glitches deep in your system? Well, call our 100% all-male tech support service, and you can have guys just like Tay-Tay talk to you about how to turn things on.
So we do have a question in the chat from Twisted Skipster, and I guess we can do this before we we open the lines for our guest that's supposed to be here. He wants to know our thoughts on Jussie Smollett.
This motherfucker called himself the gay Tupac. Fuck that bitch.
Did he really call himself the gay Tupac?
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I know he went out and did interviews and shit like that. Alright, what I want to know is how does a motherfucker get beat and his Subway sandwich still remains intact after he got beat in the sub-zero degree weather?
Nigerians don't give a fuck about Subway sandwiches.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you get the shit beat out of you in sub-zero degree temperature, did he stop and put his sandwich back together?
I can actually answer your question right now. As literally 15 feet from me, a police officer is using a Subway sandwich to viciously and violently bludgeon a woman to death. She is now deep-throated the foot-long sandwich violently. There are teeth all over the place. The sandwich is still remarkably intact.
It must be.
Describe that behind the words "remarkably intact." There is blood all over it, and the woman is gasping for her last breath, but the sandwich remains intact. Stunning engineering from Subway.
Oh, well, I guess that explains it. I honestly think that Jussie Smollett, because he doesn't know how to spell Jesse, is actually a lying, hoax perpetrating piece of shit. So I can't really say much. I think that everyone who decided to defend said fake hoaxer needs to retract their statements and just say, look, we need to stop believing all this shit right away. We fucked up.
I would like to point out that he called himself the gay Tupac, and I immediately took umbrage to this, mostly because he lived.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Tay-Tay, do you have anything to say on this matter?
Not surprised. You see one bout of crazy shit, you see it all.
Well, I mean, this is... Now, okay, I do want to say that there is a lot of performance for this. Like, he got the clothesline noose around his neck. He did get two people... You know, he did say it was Trump's America in Chicago, by the way. And he did actually go and file a police report, so I have to give him credit for that. Now, the question...
But I have never seen white supremacists that are that swole and that Nigerian.
Yeah, it reminds me of the drill instructor you were talking about, where, you know, motherfucker has to smile to be able to see him in the dark. So...
Normally I will call you a racist, but I've seen pictures, gentlemen, and my god, they are midnight fucking black.
Yes, they are of very dark descent. So, I mean, it's just... Oh, God.
When we call them Nigerian, we're not just talking about the fact that they're, like, from Nigeria, they're immigrants. We're talking about the fact that, like, they look like your stereotypical Nigerian black man. Except that they appear to have actually been fed.
But aside from all that, you have to give him credit, and I do mean you have to give him credit for the fact that he put together this show. Because it's not... Yeah, they're dark enough to make me look albino. Thank you, James.
What I give him credit for right now isn't even the show he put together, although, you know, it's ballsy. What I give him credit for is that he's been called out as a hoaxer, and yet he's still giving interviews about how people should believe him. That's just some brass fucking balls right there. He is now claiming that the police who've done the report are racists.
Wow, he's not just doubling down, he's like quadrupling down? Jesus Christ. Okay, so here's the thing. I have to give him credit for the showmanship. I'm a showman. I like putting on a good show. That's why I've changed things around. We've done some things. I've added music, cards, the whole thing. But it's not... the only reason it's memorable, aside from the fact that, you know, he's quadrupling down at this point, and if the house takes it, they're just going to take everything about him. It's no poop swastika. The poop swastika was just so simple. You know, it was simple, it sent a message, it was a horrible hoax, and here we go with this person trying to top everything. Oh, he's gonna walk, Skipster. You know he's gonna walk. No one's gonna care. Unfortunately, no one's gonna care.
No one's gonna care. It's that he's a little too dark to go to jail right now in today's society.
Well, let's be honest. He's a little too dark and a little too gay. to be honest.
Was that homophobic speech?
No.
I was going to be really excited for a second there. I thought we were going to get really fun here.
No, it's not homophobic. I'm just speaking the truth.
No, I was excited. I thought we were going homophobic.
Oh, well, no. I mean, you can be. I don't care.
I was going to just call him a flaming faggot who was enjoying his fakery. This is like the one time when we should have Zell back, because I think Zell would have just way too much with an actual fake and gay person.
Yeah, this would actually be a good...
This would be a time to unleash the Zell.
Yeah, this would be definitely a Spark.
We're like Zellium, because his real name's Zellium, by the way. It's like William, but Zellium. Zellium, we have someone who is both the N-word and fake and gay. He would just piss himself in joy.
Yeah,
In fact, he would. He's probably pissing himself in joy even right now, even though he doesn't know we're talking about him.
He's probably screaming at the clouds. I mean, we're gonna find articles in California about some random skinny twink blonde screaming at the sky about Jussie Smollett being fake and gay. It's gonna be sad, actually. So I don't know. I have no idea, but it does look like our guest is here. All I see is a gray box, so I don't know if he's got an actual avatar or not, or if he's just going to be a gray box. That's fine too. We do not discriminate here. We do not take things away. But Zach, would you like to introduce our guest?
I'm an asshole.
You are.
Cody, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Excellent. We can hear him. Good. For once, Matt, you didn't fuck up the intro.
That's very true. I left it all up to the person coming in, just like every other call that we take on this show.
You usually fuck those up.
I don't do anything. It's the people who...
Yeah, we don't believe you.
You hit the wrong button all the time, and it's like, okay, can you hear us now? Oh, can we hear you? And it's like a bout of bullshit we gotta go through every fucking time. Quit fucking shut up, Matt.
I want to go ahead and so this is Mr. Cody Crossman. Some of you may have heard us talk about him before. He has come up, and so just a quick recap here. Y'all will be aware that roughly 2 weeks ago now, we were approached by the Catholic Church and offered roughly 6 figures in order to not talk about certain things. And one of the things that we were asked not to talk about is the predicament that Mr. Crossman found himself in. Now, Cody, is it true that, and be honest here, it's okay, you're in a safe space. Is it true that you spent your younger years being just passed around by Catholic priests?
You there, Cody?
Yeah, I'm here.
I mean, look, you're in a place where you're not going to be hurt or belittled for this. This is something we need to talk about because we need to get out just how vicious and violent this particular organization is. And from all accounts, this is something that seriously injured you, both mentally and rectally.
I mean, this is a safe space, Cody. You can talk. You can tell us about it.
I don't get what we're doing here.
You sound very tired. Is this too early for you? We can bring you back.
No, I'm fine. It's just
I'm just worried the church got to him.
Like, is this like a joke? Like,
I'm worried the church got to him.
Is this supposed to be funny?
I was worried that they got to Sparky when he didn't talk for the last couple of days. Tay, did they talk to you too? Did they approach you?
No, they did not.
I mean, we turned down 6 figures, so I mean that's pretty important.
That's a large sum of money. You want to make sure you get your story out there.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can actually hear him anyway. Apparently, the audio is still absolutely terrible.
I turned him up. I will put him at max. There, he is at max.
All right, can you real quick talk, Cody, and see if the chat can actually hear you?
Is this a problem for anyone?
He is turned all the way up.
Cody, go ahead and say something for a minute or two, just so they can see, because
Yeah,
I'm only getting Gallagher.
Just speaking. Let's see. Let me look on my end.
Because we can all hear you just fine, but we're in the hangout, so obviously we're going to be able to hear you with no problem.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be an issue on my end then.
Are you using? No, I think it's probably Antoine's stuff.
I'm
Matt,
just
are you using OBS for this?
yeah.
What else level like an OBS?
The speakers, the speakers that are coming through, which I can hear him just fine, is almost all the way to the top, so I can.
That's really strange.
Turn it up more. All right, so they're saying it's better now, so I guess
Excellent.
that's good.
All right, so let's get. Am I muted? No. Okay. Good. Just worried for a second there. So let's get back into it. All joking aside, although again, if you want to speak about that, Cody, we're here for you. All joking aside,
Hilarious joke.
you had a particular problem that you wanted to get off your chest that wasn't to do with being passed around by Padres, or diddled by deacons, or fingered by fathers. You get the point. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with your past. It was something to do with something that had to do with the group, minus myself. Minus myself.
Wait, why are you excluding yourself in this one?
Well, he doesn't really have an issue with me other than the fact that I'm a giant dick in the past week.
Oh, I mean, like, it doesn't see. I wouldn't say I'm the one that has the problem, right? Like, it seems like if Sparky's like a powder keg, I'm the matches, but instead of an explosion, we just get like 5 passive-aggressive tweets.
So wait, I have a question for you. If you know he's a powder keg, you take it upon yourself to poke at him?
I mean, like, define poke, right?
Well, tagging him in things,
Sure. So,
tweeting at him. When you know for a fact he doesn't want to deal with you, he doesn't want to have anything to do with you, you decide to take it upon yourself to poke at him. I mean, that kind of sounds like you're egging him on. Which, I mean, if you're going to play the victim, we can understand that. But
Wait,
I don't want you to do
I'm
that.
the victim here?
If you're the one that came on here, you want to say that it's all Sparky's fault
Yeah,
for spurging.
because
You have an issue with him. It's fine. I understand that. But you're the one that's poking at him. So tell me.
Whoa. The both of you talked to each other a few times there, and I'm now losing the narrative. So if we could go ahead and do one at a time. See, Cody was talking, which means Cody gets to at least finish his thought process. Go ahead.
I mean, like, I was pretty much done with my thoughts. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this whole, like, poking thing, I don't know. I think, like, any reasonable person, right, when you get sent a tweet, I don't know, that's kind of what Twitter's for, right? Interacting with people. If it bothers you, like, Twitter has tools. They have the mute and block button. I think Sparky has me blocked now, so I don't really see why there's an issue. He was able to figure it out with the help of Vlad that you can block people on Twitter.
Yeah, but I blocked you before, and you've always had an issue with it too.
No, not true at all. You can block me or unblock me. I don't give a shit. Or like, I guess
Okay, I guess no issue.
Like, what makes you say that I've had an issue before? What are you basing this off of? I don't think this is true at all. Can't think of anything.
I was told that there were going to be clips and pictures and embarrassing accounts of past lives, which was the big reason I had as all this happened, because I was hoping, because I got my soundboard to finally work, I was hoping I would be able to get clips that I could then use against all of you later.
Uh-huh.
So where are the things I can use? Because otherwise I'm just depressed.
We do not want Zach depressed. It's really bad. He gets very cranky. He gets very upset. It's not
Excessively
a good thing.
cranky.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I guess, like, to go back to, can we just, like, focus on the whole poking thing?
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay,
it's happened to you before, so I mean, we did talk about it before. We don't want it to happen anymore.
What do you mean by we don't want it to happen before?
Well, that's why we turned down the money. We're letting you tell your story.
Okay, hilarious. Yeah, so I guess, like, why do I owe anybody anything when it comes to, like, who I choose and choose not to tweet at? Like, how should I know as a reasonable person that, like, Sparky's gonna have such a negative reaction to, like, having a meme tweeted at him?
After the first time? I mean, you were talking about this before. After the first few interactions you had with him.
I don't know what we're referring to.
After the first time you had a few interactions with him, which,
Okay.
you know,
Sure.
you said you get a good general idea of how people are, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
So then I guess you could say you have a general idea of how Tay would react to you. So you then know that by poking him, you're going to get the visceral reaction that you do.
No, I don't know that for sure.
Oh, but you
Because
do. So you're going back on what you said then.
Sorry, can I just speak? Do you interrupt me? Yeah, so I was going to say, just because I can say things like, yeah, I think I can have a general idea of like how someone is or what their personality is, doesn't mean I can like read their mind, Antoine. I don't know for sure that like tweeting at someone after having some interaction where they like spread lies about me means that they're going to fucking blow up on Twitter and like have a big fucking shitstorm every time they're tweeted at. Again,
So, okay. All right, hold on. So you did it once, and you got the same reaction. You did it twice, and you got another reaction.
Like, I think we're like rewriting history when we say like the first time we interacted, I was poking Sparky. Right?
No, I'm talking about after, just recently. We're not talking about ancient history. We're not talking about a year ago. We're not talking about 6 months ago. We're talking about recent history. So you get a couple of pokes in, and he reacts the same way each time. So you're saying that...
What was the time before this? I don't know if there was actually a time before this, Antoine.
Well, you're the one that has the proof and clips, right?
I don't know what we're talking about with proof and clips here.
You're the one who said you have proof and clips. I'm just asking what proof and clips you have.
Wait, what do we, like, proof and clips of what?
Whatever you came on here for.
You invited me. Like, you guys lead the conversation.
And you're the one who said that you weren't going to come on unless Tay was here. Tay is here. You came on. You had an issue with him. I do believe you said that you don't care if I'm on here. You don't care if Zach is on here. You just want Tay. Tay is here, so go for it.
I'm actually
if I can interject for a brief moment and read something. But if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask. I'll try and bring evidence / clips of pretty much anything I can.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
So I just want to clarify
again,
here that
I
just want to clarify here that we're doing right now is I'm establishing a baseline, and I'll do this with Antoine and Sparky too. Trust me, because I'm a dick to everyone. We're establishing a baseline here that you said one thing and done another.
Okay, what's the thing I said?
You said, "Oh no, I never said I was going to bring any clips," but I clearly have right in front of me where you said you would bring anything you could.
But you understand what I'm saying there, right? Like,
no, I don't understand what you're saying because you deliberately contradicted yourself.
I'll just let you finish then.
I don't understand what you're saying. You've deliberately contradicted yourself. So
no, if you'll just let me speak. So if I'm making a claim, I'll bring evidence of that. But like, I don't just have random topics of like and random clips to like bring up topics. Maybe there's been a massive piece of confusion here. I thought there was going to be like an actual conversation or something.
Well, I mean, I was aware. I was thinking that you guys were currently having it.
But I'm like so confused because we're talking about like, oh, what about the previous time? And I'm like, what previous time? And then I'm being told like, well, you should have a clip of it. And it's like, have a clip of what? Like, just tell me what like this previous time is. Like, I'm actually confused.
Do we have? I mean, we have to go back to Sparky. You have tweets where he tweeted at you.
I'm hoping you guys go back again. I need clips.
So,
here's my thing. All right, and I'm gonna lay it out flat. Sparky likes to make passive aggressive tweets about stupid shit. All right.
Yeah. Argument there.
Yep, and you like to respond to passive aggressive tweets with other stupid shit. And you can't really argue that either.
Absolutely, of course. Who wouldn't?
Yeah. Well, a person who isn't trying to stir up shit and drama.
I mean, like, responding to someone who's stirring up shit and drama is stirring up shit and drama itself.
That if you let it go, it never gets a response. But you jump on it anyway to make a response because you know it's going to get something, to stir up.
Which no, I think it's more about defending, like,
which just makes you a troll.
Statements. But yeah, please tell me exactly what I intend when I respond. Please tell me.
Well, it's not even exactly what you intend when you respond. It's a statement of a fact. If you're sitting there and going, oh, this person made a tweet that I know is about me, but is still technically an anonymous tweet, and I can let it go and nothing would fucking change because nobody really knows what the fuck he's talking about. Well, I'm going to jump on it anyway. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, and I don't ask either because I don't care about Sparky's passive-aggressive tweets. The only person who's really caring about his passive-aggressive tweets in this entire scenario seems to have been you. In fact, I don't even care about it until suddenly it's infecting everything I do because everybody's fucking pissed off about this nonsense shit that's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for you not to care, but again, like, you guys invited me on.
Well, you're right I invited you on, because I want to know why all three of you can't just drop this fucking situation and let it go.
Oh, I dropped it, and all I did was respond to... all I...
say he dropped it in his defense. I would agree with that. I'd say he's largely dropped it.
So except that it wasn't dropped clearly because everybody's ready to go back to war. Matt, I'll leave you out of this because I haven't particularly seen you jump into this one, but both Cody and Sparky, man, like you say you dropped it on both parties, but as soon as there's a chance to put that shit back together, woof, it ignites. It's like a match of fucking gas.
I don't know. Like, it depends on like how you define dropping it, right?
Well,
like,
not responding to the tweets would be a good way to define dropping it, but you still respond to them.
Yeah, and so, like, I don't think I've ever said, like, oh, I've dropped this. I don't make any, like...
Well, yeah, you also claim that it's stupid, that it's beneath you, that you don't care. But none of those can be correct if you keep jumping into the same conversation.
Wait, where did I say that this is beneath me? In terms of, like, responding to
You're right. Those exact words never left your mouth. If you're going to figure that's the way it's going to be, I'll make sure to be as confident as possible in things I say. You're right. You have never acted as beneath you.
And it's really cute and all. But, like...
You have said that it's stupid and that you don't care.
Wait, when did I say this in what did I say this in regards to?
This whole entire shenanigans, you said that to a couple different things now. That this is something that you don't care about. But if you don't care about it, then
I don't care about, like, I don't care that much about, like, the idea of, like, Sparky blowing up at tweets, right? Like, if you go on my Twitter, you won't see me, like, with a bunch of passive-aggressive tweets about Sparky. I'm just directly replying to him.
Again, my question comes out to why?
Because that's what Twitter's for, interacting with people.
There's a difference between interaction and being a troll.
What's that?
There's a difference between interaction and being a troll.
What am I trolling?
You're deliberately stirring up shit that you know you could just leave alone and not die.
How am I deliberately stirring up shit? And
answering one of Sparky's passive-aggressive stupid tweets is stirring up shit. Sparky's going to keep being a dumbass. And by the way, Matt and I have consistently gone after him and told him to stop being a fucking tool.
Oh, I can believe you.
So don't think that like we're just coming after you. Trust me, we've gone after Sparky a number of times. There's a reason that we don't include Sparky in certain things because Sparky will immediately go make passive-aggressive tweets about that shit. However, it is within your agency, within your power to be able to go, you know what? I'm just not going to respond to that. I'm going to let it go because it's not worth my fucking time.
Okay, so I don't disagree with you on that. But my question would be, like, why should or should I not choose to do this?
Because if you do it, then you're clearly stirring up shit. And if you're not, then you obviously have better things to do with your life. My question is, why don't you have better things to do with your life?
Oh, because I enjoy conflict.
So you're stirring up shit. I'm being case proven.
I'm not stirring up shit.
You enjoy conflict, you're stirring up shit.
I know, like, this is like your big grand theory. Like,
it's not a grand theory. You just proved it.
It's not. Okay, hold up, Matt. It's not a grand theory if I tell you, hey, you're a shit stirrer, and you go, no, I'm not a shit stirrer. I just enjoy conflict. Well,
yeah, I mean, I think
the very definition of stirring up shit is creating conflict. Like, so how can you tell me no, that's not the case when that is exactly what it is?
Okay, so I would say that you can enjoy conflict without stirring up shit, right?
I want to address the Gallagher real fast.
Like, this didn't have to be a live stream. You didn't have to invite me on.
No, don't time out. Actually, I want to talk on that one because I tried talking to you a week and a half ago. Vlad even tried setting up, and the response you gave him was, "You're gonna wait till the 17th." So what is that about?
I'd like to address the Gallagher really fast before the chat scrolls up past it. The Gallagher says there's a slight double standard here. Probably. As soon as someone wants to start it on me, they're more than welcome to do so. I'll be happy to address any and all concerns. Continue.
Oh, sorry. So what was the question?
I said I tried to, Vlad tried getting it set up to where you and me could talk it out about a week and a half ago. And you said you're going to wait until the 17th on the live stream on Caffeinated or Die. So you saying that it didn't have to be a live stream? Yeah, I tried selling it before then. So what's that about?
Let's be honest, right? Like, this is what you do, Sparky. You'll like send me a random DM at a random time, and it'll be like a Hangouts link or something. You'll be like, "Let's do this now," like you did on December 6th or whatever.
Yeah, because I'm getting tired of the crowd.
Okay.
Now here's the problem. I agree with what you said. Twitter is a place for interaction. You can respond to people and stuff like that. Here's the problem. You don't follow me. I don't follow you. There's no way in hell that you would know if I'm responding or saying something on Twitter unless you're actively looking for it.
Well, so I think we all know how Twitter works, where the way like their algorithm works is they want you to interact with as many of your followers, and people that they follow as you want. So to be honest, when I replied to your tweet, it was because Vlad replied to it and it showed up on my timeline. And what you were saying, I thought was incredibly hypocritical. And it was like, it seemed like the perfect chance to post the meme. So I posted the meme, and now here we are. Does that make sense?
I'd like to point out to both of you that, again, Cody, you could have just not done that. And also...
yeah, I guess I could have. But like,
hold up, because hold up. Sparky,
all that matters, right? Like this whole like...
oh my God, can I fucking finish? Thank you. Sparky... You could do what Cody has told you to do 30,000 times and just mute or block him. It's that easy. You could also not post passive-aggressive tweets.
So the tweet I posted that he responded to was in response to, I guess, the bullshit that was happening with Ian Miles Chong after he went after Andy or whatever that bullshit was. And yeah, I had my interactions with Ian Miles Chong, and they were bullshit. And I will admit, in the past, I have made a video about, I made 4 different videos about Cody, and I have removed them from my channel. I have taken them down. I was wrong on a lot of stuff I said, and I did apologize. And I'll do it again. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
That I misconstrued what I said about you.
Do you remember even what you like lied about?
It was about the whole Magic Gathering T-shirt Cinder Shadow bullshit finale. Like I said, I removed the videos. It's been a year ago. I gotta rewatch the video to even remember what it's about.
Yeah, so this is my issue, is that it feels like these apologies aren't sincere at all, and that they come from a place of self-preservation and or convenience, right? So like, for example, when we did that live stream, and you're in the live stream trying to tell me like, oh yeah, the reason I like made this live stream was so we could come together and settle our differences. And then like a day passes and you're like, oh man, I sure blew Cody the fuck out. And then people like Angie, people like Vlad pressure you that, hey man, this looks pretty fucking bad. Then all of a sudden like the live stream's down and you're like very sorry. Like you can't even tell me like what you did wrong and what you're sorry about, like in detail.
No, because I re-looked at the DMs between us, and I was very adamant of I didn't want to do a 1v1 with you. And you kept pressuring for it.
Okay, so you still chased me through YouTube comments on like another video I did to like set this up. You agreed to it. I mean, like we're talking about agency, like it's something you agreed to. You made a video about me. I said like, hey, is it cool if I defend these claims, which were all fucking lies about me? You agreed to it. So I don't know how you can like use this as an excuse like, oh, I never wanted to talk to you. Okay, well, you agreed to. We had a conversation. What's the relevance of this?
You don't like the apology he gave, so this is why you keep poking at him?
No.
He deleted everything. He deleted everything off of his channel. Whether you got the apology you wanted or not, it was still there, and he deleted everything. And he left you alone. And you keep poking at him. Dude, come on.
Can we back up? Okay, so when you say he gave you the apology and you didn't want it, I mean, I've already explained. Like, I don't think it's sincere.
You don't get to determine sincerity. If he's sincere in the way that he's saying it, and wait, okay, you had your chance. You had your chance. Let me finish. You have an issue with him going to the next day saying that you got blown out. Which, you know, okay, so you beat me on the cunt stream. Cool. I had been up for 23 hours. That's fine. I used my metrics. You said, okay, here are the views. That's cool. Don't care. All right. On that stream of his, you got torn apart by quite a few people. Whether you think you did or not, you did. On top of that, the next day, all right, he says you got blown the fuck out. If he said he did it, I don't know. I don't remember the tweets. I don't have the tweets. 2 of his friends said, dude, you need to retract that because it looks bad. So he did. And then he apologized and got rid of everything. Because he said something and then got a talking to, you don't like his apology? Jesus Christ, how far is your head up your own ass?
Are you finished yet?
You got your apology, Cody, and you still continue.
Just let me know when you're done. I can respond.
So you're just waiting to talk. You didn't even hear anything.
Yeah.
That's
No,
cool.
Like,
No, you didn't hear anything. You're just waiting until I stop talking to take a breath so you can interject.
Matt,
That's cool.
Well,
Matt,
hold up.
I'm finished.
Hold up.
I don't know if you're deaf.
Hold up. There are many people in this world, myself included, who are capable of formulating a response while also taking in more information. I can do that. I do it frequently. Also, one of the issues that you and Sparky have with Cody is that he feels he's able to determine the sincerity intent of your apologies and or responses. You don't like that, so don't be hypocritical and feel that you can determine how he's listening or perceiving your things. Cody, go ahead.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I totally reject this notion that I'm not the one that gets to determine what's sincerity. I'm the one he's apologizing to. Absolutely should be like able to say like, I can tell this is a sincere apology or not. And let's keep in mind that like, I had to prompt this apology by being like, hey man, you're fucking lying about this whole like apparent agreement we had that never fucking happened, where it's like, well, if you don't talk about me, I won't talk about you and I'll delete the videos off your channel. Never fucking happened. Like, had to fucking pin him against a wall in Slayer Raven's Discord and be like, okay, so like, can you show me where this agreement happened? He couldn't, and then like this is finally like, what prompts an apology?
Actually, what I stated that at was a live stream I did 2 days after that initial 1v1 stream, and I had myself, I had Cinder Shadow, I had Slayer Raven, I had Vlad, I had Antoine, and
Yeah, no,
Andy in there.
Can I be a dick for a second?
Yes.
Sparky, your apology does sound insincere. It sounds insincere when you look at it in relation to what's gone on the last week or two.
Yeah.
If you had a sincere apology, then all the different passive-aggressive tweets back and forth between the two of you on your end would not have occurred, because you would have apologized and moved on from the situation. So in that respect, God, it pains me. I kind of agree with Cody. I don't think your apology was... It may have been sincere then, but it definitely was not a lasting apology. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, so to respond some more, what else did Antoine say? So, yeah, he like talked forever. Sorry, Antoine, what was your point after the whole thing about sincerity? Oh, it was about the videos being taken down. Yeah, so the problem with like taking down videos is that the damage has already been done, right? When you like make up lies about someone, it doesn't really matter if like new people can view those lies, because the issue is like there have already been people that see these lies, and I mean, I still get people repeating these false claims, like I attack people's families and children.
Do you want to do you want him to put the stream back up?
Do you? Because that's hold on, because that's
this was like
that was something I didn't know about.
Our issues were.
Cody is of the mindset that nothing is off limits, and he did make fun of Cinder Shadow's child.
I did not.
You did.
We can go through the tweet and we can analyze this again. We did it once on the cunt stream, and Schmeckel agreed with me that it was total bullshit. Let's go through the tweet again. So, like, do we need to? Like,
if you send it to me, I can bring it up on screen.
Yeah, I can probably just put it up on screen myself. I don't know if actually.
My God, that is a huge set of testicles right there. Sorry, I'm looking at Twitter. Go ahead.
It's just a question of, I don't know, like, is the tweet itself fine? Do we need greater context?
So right now, since I know you're not watching, the Hangout is a tiny, tiny little box. So no one's gonna see it. You have to send it to me, and I can put it on the main screen.
Yeah, like I don't know if I have the tweet because like Cinder Shadow and Sparky like reported it, so I had to delete it for Twitter, right? But I like have it written down like 100 times, and I don't think anyone can contest that. Like this was the tweet. If I can find it, one sec.
Dead air. Dead air. Dead air. Wait, where's Tonka? Donga, where are you?
And now a word from our sponsors. If you're feeling froggish but you can't quite get the energy to leap, try frog balls. That's right, balls made of genuine frog. They're a little bit salty, a little bit sweet, chewy, and hours of fun in your mouth. Get frog balls today from Nabisco.
Gallagher is correct to a point. The initial back and forth had nothing really to do with Cinder Shadow's kid. It just eventually led up to that.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, like, do you really need the context of this? But this was the main thing you guys tried to drill me on, so maybe it's good to go into. And it seems like, and like, this is part of the problem, like, when I talk about how, hey, taking down the video doesn't matter because the lies still persist. Antoine is a perfect example of this.
So, okay,
Yeah,
so do you want the stream back up?
Well,
The stream from Sparky the stream from Tay Tay that you were on that apparently exonerates you. Do you want that back up?
It really makes no difference to me. I don't think it really
it does, because what you can do then is say, look, here's the timestamp of where I was proven right. Here's the evidence. You're giving evidence. This is evidence for you to point to.
I have the live stream saved on my computer, so like if people care enough, like I can share it with them or we can go over it. But is it okay if I read like the original tweet? And
so you're not gonna send me the tweet?
I don't have it because you guys reported it, so I had to delete it for Twitter, like I said. But like I can read it out, and people feel like I'm lying.
I didn't report shit, but that's cool.
Real
okay,
quick.
yeah, I believe you, but Sparky and Shadow 100% reported this tweet.
Real quick, Sparky and Matt, did either of you report a tweet?
I didn't report anything.
I didn't report a tweet.
You did or you didn't?
I didn't.
Okay, because like reporting tweets.
I've reported so many of my fucking tweets.
Okay, because reporting tweets is like 100% asinine. It's kid shit. I can understand muting, but the whole reporting nonsense is absolutely the only time I've reported a few tweets, and it's been because like somebody was promoting underage porn.
I mean, like
that's been the only reason I've ever fucking reported a tweet.
If you legitimately think like the tweet is offensive, I don't have a problem with reporting it. But like to say like I'm attacking kids, attacking families, is fucking ridiculous. So the original tweet was, and this is pointed. This is a reply to Cinder Shadow was, I just hope your kid can prevail and avoid becoming a dishonest little cunt like his father. So
he's got a, and I'm forced to again to agree with Cody on that. That's not attacking his kid. Now, if there are other tweets,
anyone could construe this as an attack on his kid.
Well, no, it could be construed as his kid because as an attack on the kid, depending on how you look at it.
Honest can construe it that way.
Okay, now you're determining other people's perception for them, which is something that you can't actually do. But the point I'm making is that I would agree with you on this particular topic, and unfortunately with Schmeckel, apparently, good God, that's not technically an attack on the kid. That's an attack on the father.
Yeah,
using the kid. Now, using the kid to attack the father is a little on the despicable side, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, like the funny thing is I brought this up in the live stream that like Sparky, there was like a similar incident where another guy that Sparky was going after, kind of did like, or was criticizing someone else who did like a similar thing, and Sparky had no problem with it then, but like because it's me, this one is 100% an attack on Cinder Shadow's kid. 100%.
And what was that?
Let's pull it up. It was your old friend Phil, the Cat Jack guy or whatever.
The Gallagher is correct. That does seem to be gaslit pretty heavily. I do want to point out though that Cody, that's still pretty fucked up, man. To use a guy's kid.
I'm not using the guy's kid.
But you did. But you did. You attacked him by using the kid. You brought his kid into it.
I'm not saying I hope your kid dies.
No, you're right. You didn't. What you did was attack the man by using his children.
Kinda. It's like you.
No, it's not even a kinda. You said, "I hope your kid doesn't grow up to be a disingenuous cunt like you."
Yeah.
That is using a child to attack a parent.
I hope your kid can prevail and avoid becoming a dishonest little cunt like his father.
Guy,
that
is literally using a child to attack his parents. Like you're right, you didn't attack the kid, and I'm totally agreeing with you on that. There was no attacking of the child, but you did use the kid to make his father look like shit.
Yeah,
and that is still fucked up.
Kind of like
Well,
know.
you agree with a lot of things, kind of.
Like,
The point is that it's fucked up.
To the insult, though, right? Like, I think it's pretty clear that, like, the crux of the insult is...
Oh, you're right. You're right. I agree with you. I've already stated that I agree with you.
Yeah.
You were not attacking the kid. You were using the kid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is still fucked up. Renulation is correct. You don't bring kids to it. If I have a problem with Wren, I'm not going to talk about her kids. I'm going to talk about Wren.
Okay.
In fact, actually, I think Wren and Igor had a similar issue happen to them recently.
That's neither here nor there. We're not talking about that. We're staying on topic.
Yeah, cool. So I'm glad that what's your name? Sorry, Zach. Right?
Zach, anti-hero, dumbass motherfucker. I answered most things except for late for dinner.
Cool. I'm glad that you agree. Antoine, do you like want to mount a defense why you think I'm like attacking families and attacking kids?
No, I just have a problem with you thinking that there's no problem with bringing family into it to go after someone else.
Okay. Why don't you tell me what the issue with what I said was?
You used a child, someone that you didn't have a problem with, as a platform to insult someone. You brought someone's family into it when they're not the problem.
Well, when we say like brought someone's family into it,
did you mention his kid?
Really involving that person?
You're arguing semantics. That's fine. Don't argue semantics. You asked me what my issue was with it, and I told you.
Matt, you told him your issue. Now he gets a rebuttal. That's called dialogue.
So, yeah, like this just feels okay. So none of you guys were originally saying, "Hey, Cody will sometimes involve your kid in insults." It was Cody attacks kids and attacks families, right? So now we're like shifting the goalposts because people don't agree with you. And if Zach had said like, "Yeah, I think you're clearly attacking the kid," you 100% would have been like, "Ah, I fucking told you, you're attacking kids, you're attacking families."
So basically what you're saying is after everything that happened a year ago, I can't change my mind on things because of what was said. All right, cool. So everything that you've ever said is exactly how it's supposed to be, and you can't change it. And I can't either.
So you admit that you were wrong?
No, I changed my perception on it after everything that happened. After the stream, after I was talked to at the after hangout about, we talked about it even more. That's cool. I can't change my perception on things. All right, whatever.
Okay, so I just want to be clear that we agree that, after a year where we've had some time to reflect, hey, maybe it wasn't so good to spread the idea that Cody attacks kids.
Okay, you get that win, but cool. Can we also agree that bringing in a child to attack the father is a bad thing? Using the child as a platform is a bad idea?
My tweet was something like, "You're a fucking bad parent. I hope your kid dies," or your kid's gonna grow up to be a failure. Like, I think actually attacking the kid.
I didn't say attack the kid. I said using the kid to attack the father.
Where I disagree.
So you disagree that you use the kid to attack the father?
I don't technically disagree with that. What I disagree with is that like the way in which I did it is bad or necessarily wrong.
I'm not saying it's bad. I didn't say it was bad or good. I'm asking you, after the year, and we've had time to reflect, do you say that using a child to attack the parent might be kind of douchey?
It might be, but as I clarified before, I don't think it was in the way I did it.
So it might be kind of douchey. All right. Well, at least I got you to say might.
I do it, and again, the context of how I did it, I don't consider it douchey. But if you want to disagree, like you're totally free to make that argument.
Well, I do want to make one quick clarification here, Cody, and correct me if I'm wrong. You're not going to agree that anything you've done is particularly douchey.
No, that's not necessarily true. Like what we're talking about.
No, I'm like I said, I'm asking you. I mean, how many things are you going to sit there and look at and go, oh, yeah, you're right, that was a douche move for me? How many of those things are you going to be okay with? How many things are you going to be like, no, I don't think it was douchey at all. I did it and I'm proud of it, etc.
It depends on what gets brought up and what we reflect on, right?
Well, I mean, I'm asking you. That's the whole point. I'm asking what your thought is. I'd like to know what's going on with your head here.
I guess I don't understand the question. is the
Gallagher posed an interesting point that I think actually shed some light on my question. Gallagher says that Cinder is, or at least was, a guy who plastered his kid all over, including his child as a profile pic on Twitter. So I guess there's that, because we have context now, and I needed that context.
So I just want to be clear, because Vlad makes this argument in defense of me all the time, and I actually don't agree with it. I think it's a totally reasonable expectation to, like, you know, have your kid involved in your social media without people attacking him.
Okay.
But again, I don't feel like I attacked the kid.
Oh, okay, and I agree with you. I don't think you attacked the kid either. I think you used the kid to attack the parent.
But like, do you think that, like, if someone like uses their kid like as their Facebook profile or Twitter picture or whatever, that like they're justifiably opening themselves up to, like,
no, I don't think so.
No, I agree. I don't think.
I think someone who is
trying to make that defense for me, and like I appreciate it. I just don't agree with it.
I think if people are actually adults, then they'll take their problems with the people they have problems with. I am a huge believer in that. If I have an issue with you, then chances are I'll never bring it up because I'm going to fix it on my own, or I'm going to come to you and go, hey man, here's my fucking problem. And if I don't come to you, then you should assume I don't have a problem that's actually viable.
Yeah.
But I come from a very different school than most people. I want to fix things, and I want to solve problems, and I want to get on and move on with the day. I mean, the biggest reason I have you guys on here is because, like I said, this constantly recurring thing seems to be an infection that makes my balls itch, and I don't like itchy balls. It's like herpes, and no matter what meds I take, it just keeps coming back.
And it doesn't help with the cod piece.
It doesn't at all, and no amount of Sparky killing will actually kill this joke. Anyway. Okay. So can we at least agree then, since this seems to be one of the points of the issue, can we at least all of you agree that he was not attacking Cinder Shadow's kid, but it was douchey to use the kid to attack the parent?
Yeah, I agree to that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's one of the reasons I removed the video for several reasons. So, first reason is majority of the stuff I did say did come out to not be true after looking back on it and stuff like that. That was my fault for not fully going through and looking through things and just going through one side of the conversation. I did clearly admit to that part. Second one was Can I finish?
For context, when you did that live stream with Cinder Shadow, Filthy Casual, Antoine, and I guess Slayer Raven popped in, do you think that like you admitted that fault on that stream? Or do you think you said something else? Because I know exactly what you said about that.
This was afterwards.
Okay, so do you want to repeat?
This was afterwards.
Sure. Do you want to repeat what you said about like what I caught you on lies during that stream? Because I can, if you forgot, I can like repeat it for you.
I don't really think it matters at this point. I removed these streams and the videos for these said reasons.
If Cody thinks that it's important and that it will provide context for the situation, then I would like to hear it.
I want to point out that like I think it's dishonest to say like, well, yeah, you know, I realized I had faults, because like on that stream, your statement was, well, I'm not going to retract my claims because they must be true because multiple people told me they were true, which is a pretty fucked up mindset.
Yeah, but still, this is something that happened over a year ago, and I removed the videos. And it was never brought up until you brought it back up.
I mean, it was never brought up to you, but
it was never brought up, period, to anyone here until you brought it up, Cody. You're the one that brought this back into circle.
So it may not have been brought up to you, but it gets brought up to me all the time, like I said, right? People still think I doxed Cinder Shadow, because that's a direct claim you made, and that's a falsehood you pushed. So it's cool that you don't like that it's cool that like it didn't negatively affect you,
Cody.
It negatively affected me.
Cody, you have been spoken to about coming off as condescending. In fact, I was part of the Discord thread where that was brought up by multiple people. Right now, you're coming off as condescending. If that's not your intention, then you want to rephrase.
You're right. I'm sorry. I am being condescending, but my point still stands. I apologize.
Yeah, and I apologize too, Cody. One of the reasons why I removed the videos. There's several reasons why. The main reason I brought up on that one live stream was because I was just tired of messing with you. It was getting nowhere. It was arguing in a circle. I took the initiative. I removed the videos because I was tired of dealing with you. That was way back in around March, April, June, July. It's around that time. I don't care enough to keep a detailed record of it.
Sparky, you should be aware that that only supports his thought process that your apology is not genuine. Do you understand what I'm saying?
At this point, I don't care anymore.
Okay, well,
I think it's fair to say that like an issue we're hung up on is the importance of deleting videos. Maybe we should focus on this.
Yeah, I'm not really caring about the deleting of videos or anything like this. I'm wondering, and the importance for me is, why are you still lurking in Sparky's tweets?
I mean, I already explained that. Like,
so why did you respond? Are you? Yeah. So you responded because he said something. So you have no agency and not to respond.
I don't know how agency has anything to do with this. Yeah. So like.
You chose to respond. That's your agency.
Can I answer it? Am I allowed to answer the question you asked me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, like I said before, right, the way Twitter works is sometimes you see people who you don't follow because maybe I interact with Vlad a lot, and he interacts a lot with Sparky.
Hold up. We're back on the condescension thing. If you consider this without being a condescending jackass, I would request that you do so.
I've already repeated this, and this is so important, and like, Antoine is totally ignoring it, and I don't think that's fair.
Antoine's not here. My name is Matt. Thank you.
Okay, I'll call you Matt. Sorry, if you want to be called Matt, sure thing. But like, that's what happened. Like, because Sparky and Vlad interact a lot, and because I interact a lot with Vlad on Twitter, it showed me Vlad's response to Sparky, and yeah, I responded with a meme.
So you chose to respond.
I did choose to respond.
That's your agency. That's what I'm talking about.
Choice.
So you accept the fact that you poke at him, and you're continuing to do this. Yes, Vlad. It works the same for Sparky. He hears shit that you say about him, or you bring things up, and he makes passive-aggressive tweets, which we have already told you that we have told him, knock that shit off! And that was directed at him, not at you. So
correct on that one.
So you chose to respond knowing you're going to poke at him, knowing he's going to respond to you, and you can argue that you can't understand what he's...
I mean, I can legitimately say I had no idea that he was going to respond like this.
I find that hard to believe as smart as you claim you are.
I don't think
I find that hard to believe solely because you presented several, at the very least, several well thought out arguments. I may dislike them and I may disagree with several of them, but you presented yourself in a well thought out fashion, you articulated well. You're clearly intelligent and you clearly pay attention to how people will react to things. In fact, you said yourself that you saw Sparky's tweet and figured that would be a great place to put that meme, which means you were anticipating a certain kind of reaction. So telling people that, oh no, I didn't think he was going to react that way, I'm sorry, I don't buy that at all.
Sure. So let me clarify. So when I said, I thought it was a great place to put that meme, I didn't think it was great because, like, I think Sparky will get a really fucking ass kicked or whatever. I thought it was just like a very apt place to put it. And like Vlad even complimented me. He said, "Yeah, it's one of the few times I've seen someone use that correctly." But yeah, I don't know. I guess like if you don't believe me that I wasn't able to predict that this is how Sparky would react.
Okay, I want to bring up something that Gallagher just said. He says, if you tell someone not to climb the fence at the zoo, do you punish the bear for attacking the person who climbed the fence? In this case, you're the person climbing the fence, Cody.
Hold up, that is a sword that cuts both ways.
I know, no, I agree with that. It's definitely Sparky in response as well. Both of them are at fault.
I was going to address that before you brought it up, actually. I think the Gallagher's analogy is wrong. I think it does not work because the bear is a creature based on instinct, whereas humans are creatures based on thought.
I'm sorry, I missed the whole thing. I was just grabbing water. What was the...
So the Gallagher says, I mean, if you tell someone not to climb the fence of the zoo, do you punish the bear for attacking the person who climbed the fence? And that goes for both you and Sparky, you know, both as bear and as person climbing into the cage, except that analogy does not function with humans because the bear is a creature based on instinct. If you climb into its territory, it will attack you, etc., etc. People, however, are based on thought, not on instinct. They can obviously make a choice not to attack the person who climbed into their cage.
Now we're talking about thought as in thoughts, not THOTS, right? I'm just making sure.
Yes, the other one should be gone.
Okay, yes, thoughts be gone. Got it.
Well, here's one thing I want to ask, and I'll ask the chat this. Aside from Gallagher, because I know Gallagher kind of knows what's going on, does anyone even know who Cody is and things that happened in the past? And that's an honest question, besides from what was talked about now.
How many
I
guys?
think that's a fair question.
Hold up. Why is that a fair question?
Because, like I said, things being drugged back up and discussed about just puts what was said before in the past back into light and circulation.
No.
And if they were lies,
hold up.
that just spreads around more.
It doesn't put any lies back into circulation, considering that every lie and theory we've put up here has been either proven or debunked in short order. So far, no one has walked away from this with any sort of. I certainly am not walking from any sort of misconceptions about what did or did not happen. So far, I'm understanding everything with perfect clarity. I'd like to point out that if there's people in the chat who don't know what's going on, then either A, they haven't been listening, or B, they don't need to know what's going on. They should just enjoy the wonderful show. And I'm also not sure why, going into this segue of what does the chat know and not know, I don't know how that serves the purpose whatsoever, because by asking what the chat does or does not know, now that you open up the chat to ask questions about the rest of the story, which takes away from actually moving forward with this. It recaps everything, which makes all the hurt fresh in everybody's mind, reopens all the wounds, and throws salt on everything. Which, as much as I love throwing salt to people's wounds, that's not what I'm here to do today.
Yeah, you use a fucking shotgun filled with rock salt and add those salt into those wounds, man. You really do. You like rubbing it really deep and hard.
Okay, that's a fair point.
In a sexual fashion.
I wouldn't go that far, but that's a fair point.
So, since we've already covered like the whole thing about me attacking Cinder Shadow's kid, can we? This was another claim that you guys. Well, sorry, this is another claim that Sparky peddled that I don't know if Antoine peddled, so I can't really fault him for this. But it was the whole like I doxed Cinder Shadow during Sparky stream. Can we go into this? You guys remember?
Oh
that?
no, I'll go ahead and debunk that one. Cinder Shadow doxed himself a couple different times on social media, and I didn't realize this until well after the point. So, point for you on that one.
Sure, but even without the whole like Cinder Shadow doxed himself, are we really like that big of a snowflake that like saying someone's first name we consider doxing? Even
everyone here is using their first name right now.
That wasn't the question, Sparky.
I just don't understand how you could even like think it was doxing in the first place. I'm trying to understand that.
Now, everyone's perception of dox is different.
Sure,
and mine has evolved over time. So.
Okay, so like we're just backing off that claim and we're saying that we changed our minds on
Cody Crossman didn't dox anyone, and I was wrong on that aspect.
I guess like you don't have to answer this question, but my question is, in the moment, what was your thought process with thinking that was doxing?
Again, Cody, that was a while ago.
Okay. Yeah, like if you don't, that's fine. That's a fine answer. Okay.
No, I mean I'm being legitimate. I'm being legitimate when I say this was something that happened a while ago, and I dropped it. I don't care about the issue anymore, so I dropped everything.
Okay.
My claims were probably fucked up. They probably came from.
Hold up. Sarah in the chat actually has a great point. I'm not going to direct it to Cody as much as she wanted to. No, because I think it actually applies to both of you, and I am, by and large, a neutral party. I want to see all of you burn, not just one of you. She says, stop harping on it. There's already been apologies made. Wrong has already been admitted. If this is a dead issue, then it's a dead issue. Bringing it back up by either of you, recapping it and rehashing by either of you is absolutely without purpose. Move on to the next issue.
I guess I just wanted to ask, like, does Antoine agree that saying someone's first name on a live stream isn't doxing?
Yeah, I've agreed with that for a long time. It's private, personal information. That's my belief. Like address, things like that. That's doxing. information that could lead to harm. That is what I believe is doxing.
Cool. I'm glad that.
I didn't know that was being perpetrated, so that one passed over my head. That's why I never said anything about it.
Well, I mean, like, again, on that live stream you guys did after my stream with Sparky, Slayer Raven had to come on, and all he literally talked about was, like, explaining what doxing is and how he's heard the word doxing thrown around in this. And
well, I'm assuming you have it, right?
No, Sparky deleted it this morning. I thought I saved it, but I didn't.
Sparky, did you delete anything this morning?
What's that?
I didn't delete shit this morning.
Oh, okay. Well, I was watching it the other day, and now it's deleted, so maybe it's still up. I could be mistaken.
So
it was the one titled "Important Message," and it's like
I would like to point out, Cody, that if you're not certain something is actually deleted, then making the claim that it's deleted probably isn't a good idea.
Sure. So I thought it was deleted because I watched it like 2 days ago, and then when I grabbed the link of it this morning, the video was unavailable.
Well,
so,
since you know what I said, what did I say?
what, I'm sorry.
In that stream, it was a year ago. I don't remember if I said that I think that it's doxing.
Yeah, sure. I'm just asking. No.
I mean, I don't think I remember and this is just from me remembering. I don't remember anything about that stream, so I don't remember if I said that yes, doxing their first name is doxing. If he's used his first name like I've used mine, that's not doxing. I'm talking about personal information.
Okay, cool.
And it's, as far as I remember, it's been my stance for a long time. If personal information gets out there by someone, that's doxing. Like an address or a social security number, credit card number, whatever. Like I don't have my last name out there. Last name is important.
Can I ask a question for clarification on this before we move on?
Yeah.
So, first off, I just want to clarify. Cody, did you actually use Cinder Shadow's first name?
I did, yes.
Okay, I don't have an issue with that. Now, in anyone's perception, that means all three of you, was he using that in the way that was intended to bring malicious harm or something else to Cinder Shadow? Or was he simply using it to make the point, hey, I'm talking directly to you, please pay attention to the things that I'm saying? There's a difference there.
It wasn't my intent to bring any harm to him.
No offense, but intent and perception, as you've already said yourself, are determined by the person hearing the words. If that wasn't the case, then you would not be able to say that Sparky's apology was insincere.
Okay, sure. But can I just say something that I think in pretty much every case, what can someone really do with a first name?
No, that's not what I'm asking. Right now I'm asking if the perception of the other people involved in this thing was that you were doing it maliciously and harmfully.
Okay, sure.
Because that's important. So, Sparky and Matt, was your perception, your actual perception, not your reactionary perception, was your perception that he was trying to do it in a malicious fashion?
My answer is quite simple. I had no idea. And if anything, if Slayer Raven brought it up on that stream, my response probably was, I have no idea. But that was a year ago. I don't remember. So,
Sparky?
Well, my perception of what doxing was a while ago, thinking back on it, like, I never used my first name on anything. So, Caffeinated, that was the first time I ever brought my first name into the public circle. So, if somebody was to bring my first name up out in the public circle and I didn't do anything about it, that would tell me that somebody probably has done some digging on me, probably knows more about me than what they should. So, it would depend on how to look at it, how they got the information. So, not malicious, but suspicious. Suspicious.
Okay, that I can at least I can see that. Generally speaking, my only real opinion on first names, and I'm putting the nail in the coffin on this one too, so we can move forward. My only real opinion on first names, gentlemen, is that it's considered to be impolite. If somebody's information is out there, for instance, everyone knows my name is Zach, everyone knows that Matt's name is Matt, everyone knows that Taylor's name is Taylor.
Tay-Tay. His name is Tay-Tay.
Obviously, that kind of shit happens to be. Obviously, those names are known. It wouldn't be doxing for Cody to use those. Cody is more than welcome to use them. However, in certain situations, that may be impolite. So I'm not going to refer to myself as Zach when I do the Afterburn. And if somebody were to guest star on the Afterburn and they were to call me Zach, that would be considered to be mildly rude, because I'm not having the persona of Zach, but the persona of Antihero. Anyway, We're putting the nail in the coffin on that one. You're all being very silly about that. Let's move on to current events in the last, what, 2 or 3 weeks? Because this is all dead shit that should have remained dead. What we're talking about now is a continuation of past events, but is relatively new and has recent shit tacked on top of it. So let's get to that.
Okay, sure. Can I just say, like, for context, that I don't disagree with the idea that, like, oh, it's kind of rude, but the person I'm being rude to is also someone that was, like, bragging to Sparky that he knew where I lived, and, like,
I
this
did,
is, like, pretty
I
much
did.
stalking me. So
Well, hold up.
I did slap Cinder Shadow for that one.
I think it's incredibly relevant to point out yet again that his bad behavior does not justify your bad behavior.
Okay, sure. But I just want to explain that from my
No,
thoughts.
and I know, and I track with your context, and I get it.
I mean, I just finish like, my comment. So just to finish that, yeah, like this person's basically stalking me. So, yeah.
You're right, and you've put this context out now to say that you're justified in your actions when that's not the case.
Okay. I just want to clarify, like, from my perception, I didn't really think I owed this person any kind of politeness.
You've clarified your perception. You've also clarified that it's totally okay if somebody does it to you first. That's not how life works. Either you're better than somebody or you're just the same as they are.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think stalking and saying someone's first name are at all comparable.
No, but you're using I was rude to him because he was rude to me as your justification.
Oh, I was rude to him because he was stalking me.
The point being that you did not have to do that. You chose to do that and, in fact, lowers yourself to a lower level by doing so. There were 1,000 other routes you could have taken. You chose to be rude. But that's neither here nor there. We're not talking about Cinder Shadow. I don't know who Cinder Shadow is beyond his name. I've never interacted with the gentleman. I know nothing about him. He could be the world's most despicable piece of shit for all I know. He could be a fucking angel for all I know. I don't know him. I don't care about him. What I care about is the situation at hand. So we can now move past that. You've made your point. There is context. I understand.
Move on. Yep.
So let's figure out how this works. So Sparky, as far as I know, and me, you, and Antoine talked about you and Matt talked about this, and after an extensive review, you finally came to the grips that yes, you did make the first passive-aggressive tweet. Why did you do that?
I guess out of frustration.
Okay. Could you have chosen to venture frustration in a different avenue?
I could have.
Okay. Why did you not?
More or less, I didn't fully think about it, and that was fault on my part.
Okay. So now let's move over here. Why did? And I realize you're going to say, well, because I saw Vlad there, but that's really not the reason why. Cody, why did you choose to respond to what was obviously someone being an idiot?
So why did I choose to respond? Because I thought Sparky's being hypocritical, and it was important to point out.
Why? Why was it important to point out?
What? So Sparky would stop doing these kinds of things?
Okay? Hold up, because you've interacted with Sparky multiple times, and once again, I refuse to accept the idea that you didn't have an idea of how Sparky was going to react.
Okay, no, like I mean, I'm being 100% honest when I say, like, my main intention wasn't to draw some kind of reaction from Sparky.
Well, hold up. You stated before previously that Twitter is all about interaction. It's all about encouraging interaction. It's about communication. Yep. It's about proposing a platform people can talk back and forth. When you post something up as a response to someone's dialogue, someone's stream of consciousness, whatever the fuck they might have put on their tweet, you are opening the door for a return response. Yeah, this is a conscious decision you make when you post something. So you're looking for a response. You also posted a meme. Memes are usually used to generate a certain kind of response. You're also fully aware that Sparky and you don't get along, and you know that Sparky has some very serious Spurg tendencies. Again, you're going to tell me, oh, well, that's not what I was thinking. But man, if you're as smart as you say you are and as smart as you sound, again, I find it very hard to buy that.
I'm intelligent, or like I'm as smart as I am. Like that's something that you're applying to me.
Okay, well, I'm listening to you talk. Mm-hmm. And my perception of you speaking is that you know how to speak, you know how to speak well, and you can formulate arguments. You can also listen to things while people are talking, formulate responses while people are speaking, and assimilate more information while you do so. This means you're intelligent. You've also said in the Discord that you're smarter than the average bear. Yes, you did not use those exact particular words. I am paraphrasing. But you have said that you're intelligent. We can clearly see that you're intelligent. clearly you've interacted with the individual in question before. Again, I find it hard to believe that you didn't realize there'd be some level of response similar to what you got.
I can totally understand that skepticism based on what you've said, but again, like, I really have no reason to lie about this. Like, if it was legitimately like, yo, I just wanted Sparky to feel bad, I would have no problem saying that. But my mindset was, oh, hey, Sparky's being pretty hypocritical based on this previous history we've had. This looks like a perfect place to post this.
Would you say that Sparky was being obviously hypocritical?
Obviously hypocritical to me, who knows like the context, but to the average person, probably not.
Okay, well, I'm the average person, and I have no idea what Sparky is talking about 9 times out of 10. I don't ask what Sparky is talking about 9 times out of 10, and I don't read most of his tweets.
Especially when he's talking about mechanical stuff, I just kind of zone out.
So to the average person, they don't pay attention to Sparky's tweets. Like, legitimately. Most people don't. They just let them go, because it's Sparky, and we know he's probably spurging about something silly that we really don't want to know about. Nothing against Sparky, just that's what he does. He vents on Twitter. If you are aware that it's hypocritical and hard to read because Sparky's grasp of the English language is tentative at best.
Wait, it wasn't hard to read.
Every Sparky tweet is hard to read. I find that difficult to believe too. Sparky's grasp of the English language is, again, tentative at best. If you're aware that it's a hypocritical statement, then why did you need to go ahead and point it out further? People will notice that it's a hypocritical statement and let it die. He'll prove his own stupidity just by speaking. You pointing it out just lowers you down to his level.
So I disagree that the average person would be able to determine that it was hypocritical. It's hypocritical because of the context of the history between Sparky and I. So I think Sparky should be able to have the self-awareness to say, like, hey, what I'm doing right now is a hypocritical statement because of what I've done to Cody. But I think like your average Sparky follower or person on Twitter probably wouldn't be able to connect those dots unless they totally knew the context. Does that make sense?
Okay, so can I bring up the tweeting question?
Yeah.
Is that acceptable? All right,
do you have the tweet so I can bring it up on screen?
Yes, I do. I'll link it to you.
Thank you. Discord, please.
Yep, it's in COD.
Thank you. That's not the tweet we're talking about, Sparky.
That's the first one that started this.
No, it's not. We've talked about this.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Ian Miles Chong?
Yes, that's the one that started this.
I can't see it.
Like, okay, like, Sparky, this is literally what I was talking about 15 minutes ago when we argued about this for, like, what, an hour?
We did.
Yes, I realize you think this is the tweet started, but neither me nor Matt were talking about this tweet. We have not been talking about this tweet at all. The Ian Miles Chong, I don't know how you could look at the Ian Miles Chong tweet and not think you were talking about Ian Miles Chong. We're talking about the tweet where you were clearly not talking about Ian Miles Chong, talking about somebody else.
Like, this is what I was talking about too. Like, this is what I responded to, right?
This is the tweet that started it. He's the one who responded to it. Now I responded back to him.
I can link my response. Like, this is what started like the passive aggressive chain. Sparky's 100% right. Assuming, like, I can't see it, but like from what he's describing, it sounds like Sparky's right and this is the correct tweet.
Yeah.
No, you two did go at each other because of that tweet, but that's not the tweet that started all of this. I have to find it. Give me just a second. You two continue.
Yeah. Again.
You're talking about the tweet I made afterwards. Which
No,
was,
I'm talking about the tweet that happened beforehand.
The tweet that happened beforehand. Okay.
There was no tweet that happened beforehand.
The tweet that you basically said running around rent-free in people's heads. That's what started all this.
That was afterwards.
Or like, I think
that was like
this, right?
That's like 1, 2. That's 3 tweets after that. You have to love people who don't follow you, have no reason to look on your page, but always look at your posts to say because you went free in the head. That was done 3 posts after my Ian Miles Chun tweet.
Okay. Well,
so
I didn't know you I thought that happened afterwards. So
hang on. So
I will bring that one up then.
I'm going to screen share my page. Right here's the email post cheat tweet.
That's not gonna help.
Here's one tweet. Here's another tweet, and then here's that one.
Okay. Let me bring up the Ian Miles Chong one, so I can show the rest of the wonderful people out there. There we go. and I can scroll down. This is live. We're doing this fucking live. People can see this shit. So let's do it. Come on. All right, go, Sparky.
So I had an interaction with Ian Sean a while ago involving the unapologetic leaf, and it basically got broadcasted and slammed to 300 or 400 different big name people and got dragged around a lot. And I basically just posted this up there because Ian Sean was complaining that he was innocent in what he did, and I thought it was, you know, ironic. For the same reason that, you know, Cody thought it was ironic because the same thing happened to me that I did to him. So I can see where Cody's coming from on he thought it was hypocritical in his eyes. Because in turn, I did do the same thing to him over a year ago.
Can I share a startling revelation here with the group as a whole?
Yes.
It would seem to me that the crux of the current issue is that Sparky is an uncontrollable, undisciplined Spurgatron, and that Cody has absolutely no problem lowering himself to whatever standard he feels is justified in order to respond and point out what he considers to be hypocrisy. Sparky's a moron, and Cody is a shit stirrer. I mean, is that really the basis of what we're going with here?
Sounds like it.
Because if that's really the only thing, is that you two are just butting heads because you're both various levels of idiot, this is really just a dead issue, and you should just block each other and move the fuck on.
I agree.
Well, I mean, I'm not the one that's getting bothered by it, right? So I don't know why I would need to block Sparky.
You are... Hold up. Guy. Buddy. Friend. Pal. If you weren't bothered by it, you wouldn't respond.
Okay,
but you did
I'm
respond.
not bothered by it in the sense that, like, it ruins my day and I need to make a bunch of tweets.
You're right. You're not, because you're not Sparky's level of autistic. But the point is, you did respond his autism with your own level of autism. The point I'm trying to make, Cody, that you seem to be just gently sidestepping as fast as you can, is that this is stupid, and you both look stupid. And the easiest way to fix this is just to block each other and never speak again, which would be fantastic for everyone involved. I don't hang out in your circles, by and large, with the exception of Vlad's Discord, where I am just as much of a dick as anyone else there with no issues whatsoever. I don't have a personal issue with you, other than I think you're a little bit on the condescending dickhead side, but
Gotcha.
aren't we all? I don't really have a personal issue with Sparky, other than he's a fucking idiot sometimes, doesn't know when not to tweet certain shit. You know, I think you're both idiots on this particular thing, and like I said, I think you just block each other, this whole thing goes away.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Is the idea of Sparky making tweets and me responding to them doesn't bother me, especially if he responds, right? I'll just respond back. But it seems like if Sparky makes a tweet and I respond, it really bothers him.
Okay, well, here's my thing. It really bothers me because I have to hear about all this shit later.
Yeah.
So if you guys just do the smart thing, the smart thing, and just not interact, this wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. From Sparky's perspective.
Hold up. It wouldn't be a problem for anyone, because you would no longer have to worry about him talking shit, because he would stop interacting with you, which in my book means he would stop tweeting about you as well. And he wouldn't have to worry about shit because you would stop interacting with him, which means not responding to his tweets. I believe you when you say you don't make tweets about him. I believe you on that. I'm being dead serious. I believe that.
Okay.
So if Sparky will agree to just block you, mute you, whatever it is that Twitter says you can do and reminds you to do so you can not have somebody show up on your timeline, and you do the same thing, then this, whatever this fucking is no longer any kind of an issue whatsoever, and we can all go about our lives. Again, none of us really work in the same circles by and large, so we can easily not interact.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the word you just said.
Okay.
The question is, for me, is why is it on me to block Sparky when it seems
Okay. I will attempt to do this one more time. If you both mutually block each other, then that shows a group joint willingness to stop the bullshit. If you're saying that Sparky has to block you and you don't got to do shit for him, then this shows a non-willingness to go along and move this shit out of the way so we can all go on to better lives. That's my whole thing here, is I would like this to go ahead and no longer be an issue that I have to see. If you guys both block, then there's zero chance of being an issue unless one of you unblocks, in which case you've gone back on the things you said, and we will immediately revile whichever one of you did it as a giant piece of shit. And that goes for Sparky, too. I will happily call him a giant piece of ridiculous shit live on stream, and I will revile him in depth if he goes back on what I am trying to make happen here.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying. It seems like what you're saying is, as a show of good faith.
I don't think this needs to be re-explained. You should just block each other so we can get past it. Yeah, it's that easy.
I'm trying to explain. So I think that's fair.
Why do you explain? Everyone in the chat has already understood it. Everyone here already understood. What explain you to do? Either you literally don't get what I'm saying, which is both you block each other and move on, or you're trying to get the last word.
Okay, I'm just trying to rephrase it so I'm making sure that we're on the same page. But that's what we're saying, right? It's just like, hey, it'd be a show of good faith if you blocked each other.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I swear I'm not trying to be obstinate or stubborn, but I'm not gonna block Sparky because.
Right. So you're a giant piece of shit.
I guess so, but no.
I'm gonna make sure this is very clear because if Sparky said no, I'm not gonna block him, then I would call Sparky a giant piece of shit.
I mean, I'd like to explain the reasoning.
By all means, feel free. I'm ready, willing, and waiting. My body is prepared. My anger is tempered.
I'm not gonna block Sparky is because I'm not bothered by the idea of like Sparky looking at my tweets. I'm not bothered by the idea of Sparky replying to my tweets. I'm not bothered by the idea of one of Sparky's tweets appearing on my timeline. But
no one said you were bothered. No one assumed you were bothered. No one thought you were bothered even in the least bit.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is like I have no reason to block Sparky.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that if you block Sparky, then this cannot happen again.
Okay, but I don't actually care that much.
Except that I do care about this, which is why I invited you on here. Because it's now at the point where I have to listen to y'all's constant nagging bullshit, and I have to hear recaps like this on a daily fucking basis because you two won't stop fucking going at each other.
You could just ignore it as well.
You're right. I could. Except these people are my friends, and so I'm forced to not ignore because I have to be there for my friends. Note, however, that I am more than willing to call Sparky out on being a fucking moron, which I've done multiple times now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that.
So what I'm saying.
Can I just finish my thought?
So, every time you finish your thought comes out to be, I'm not doing what you want because I'm a stubborn asshole.
No, I just sort of.
I mean, that's what it was down to. I'm not willing to put a nail in this coffin because I'm an ass. That's what we're all hearing right now.
Sure. I understand. But so to finish my thought, I'm not blocking Sparky because the idea of Sparky interacting with me, or me interacting with Sparky on Twitter does not bother me.
Oh,
Sparky did block me because he is bothered by it, and I think that's fair to say. And it's not that big of a deal. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this issue is pretty much resolved.
Is it?
Yeah,
I was under the impression this issue was resolved, 6 months ago, a year ago? And yet here it is back again because you jumped in a tweet that he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was hypocritical, and you felt the need to point out that he was hypocritical and lying.
Sure, but like...
No, not sure. Those are your words.
Yeah. And that's
okay, so let's not go with sure, because sure implies that I am just saying something that you're just agreeing with to get past it. It's not a sure. Either you said that or you didn't. Did you say it?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Did you or did you not say that you felt the need to point out Sparky's hypocrisy?
Yes.
So, it did in fact bother you. So when you say I'm not bothered by Sparky's tweets, that is an objective untruth.
Because like the way I'm bothered in the sense that like, hey, this is really hypocritical is different in the sense that just the idea of me tweeting anything at Sparky bothered him, right? Like there's a clear difference.
It doesn't matter. You've made the objective statement that you're not bothered by Sparky, but you clearly are bothered by Sparky.
I'm not bothered by the idea of Sparky.
This is a semantic argument that is absolutely worthless. You are bothered by something Sparky said, so you have felt the need to go in and address that particular thing. And then you follow that up with, well, nothing Sparky does bothers me, so I'm not going to block him.
I guess, like, at the end of the day, this conversation's moot because Sparky has me blocked, so we can't interact with each other, right?
No, you can still interact with him, and again, there's no show of good faith.
No, I can't, because I'm blocked.
There's no show of good faith. That's the point I'm trying to make, is that we can all sit in here and put a nail in this coffin collectively and not worry about it. But your entire process is, you know, I'm not going to do that because it's something you guys want.
No, it's not that. It's not because you want it. It's just I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I appreciate it and I understand where you're coming from, but it's just not something I need to do.
It's not something you need to do. Okay, so I just to recap here, it's not something you need to do, but you'll happily lower yourself to whatever standard you need to in order to justify your own actions.
Sure. So if Sparky like unblocks me.
No, is it a sure or is it an accuracy? Because from everything you told me about the thing with Cinder Shadow, about the way you hold your contact with everything else, that is like, as far as I can tell, and again, an objective fact. You will look at a situation, watch somebody else's behavior, then use their behavior to justify your own shit-tastic behavior. Well, this doesn't bother me in the same way that it bothers Sparky, so I refuse to do this thing that would make this whole thing a moot point. And I'll just claim it's a moot point when in reality, there's nothing moot about it because I'm still capable of doing whatever the fuck I want.
Well, I'm not capable of interacting with Sparky because he has me blocked.
Yes, but as you've already stated, there's an excellent chance that because you haven't blocked him, he'll unblock later.
Right.
This is just a recapping. This is just a reoccurrence of the same shit that's already occurred. I want to stop the past from repeating itself.
Yeah. So again, like my issue is, I don't feel the need to block Sparky because the idea of Sparky interacting with me doesn't bother me.
You have said this repeatedly. Can we find a new point? Because this one doesn't work.
And I guess I don't feel like we're addressing this at all.
Because I've already debunked this point. You say it doesn't bother you when it clearly did.
How did you debunk it? Sorry.
Simple. You responded to a tweet because it bothered you. I mean, what more debunking do you need there, buddy boy?
The way that I'm bothered is different than the way that Sparky is bothered.
That is entirely semantic bullshit. And again, I don't buy that you're not smart enough to see that.
No, I don't think this is semantic, right?
It is. What do you mean it's not semantic? Oh, well, I'm not bothered the same way somebody else is bothered. You're still fucking bothered.
I mean, like, I think you're kind of arguing semantics, right?
No, because either you're bothered or you're not bothered. Clearly, you were bothered because you responded to a fucking tweet in any fashion whatsoever. You had the need to go ahead and say, hey, this is hypocrisy and a lie, and I'm going to point it out. I'm going to expose this.
Yeah.
You know, Gallagher's got a point here, and this is what I'm actually trying to avoid. Gallagher says this will all happen again in 6 months. Gallagher's right. It's totally going to happen in 6 months because you're refusing to do the one fucking thing that would show everybody involved, yeah, I'm done with this. And you're refusing to do it. To me, my perception, I'm not saying this is an objective fact, I'm saying this is my perception. My perception is that you're not doing it solely because you want to have some last hit. Because this will make it so you don't, quote unquote, lose in some fashion. That's my perception right now.
My thing is like, I guess I don't see the need to block Sparky.
So this doesn't happen again.
And that's the big one. Again, okay, it's everyone mutually agreeing to not have this occur.
It doesn't bother me as much as it seems to bother you guys that this happened.
Okay. Yes, and I track with that because it's the same point you've said 17 times now.
Sorry, like the idea that like I might down the road have an argument with Sparky over something or he'll get mad doesn't bother me.
Oh my God. For the love of fuck. At some point, I hope, I pray that you are capable of finding some sort of explanation beyond the one you've already restated 17. It's like I'm caught in a fucking NPC loop. Like, really, it's like I go to the fucking shop and hit barter, and it's the same list of shit over and over again. Good Lord. Like, okay. Do you have anything else you could put out there beyond, I'm a dick who doesn't want to do this because it would make people happy?
I guess my question would be like, why do I need to make you guys happy? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be stubborn. But I think that's a fair question.
I think you are trying to be a dick and you are trying to be stubborn, but I'll explain it for like the 80th time now. Again, if Sparky agrees to just go ahead and cut all ties with you whatsoever, and you agree just cut all ties, can I finish, you little shit? Because you've yelled at people repeatedly now for not letting you talk.
Okay,
and
you're
you continuously try and be on no one's particular side. Even though these guys are both my friends I've been working with for some time now, who have had my back in a bunch of different online stupid shit, I'm still not fully on their side. I think they're both being fucking morons about this.
Yeah, you're totally right. I apologize. Continue your
thought.
I'm sorry. I'll let you finish.
Thank you. It's lovely. If they agree to cut all ties, and you agree to cut all ties, then everybody walks away from this with a general feeling of well-being. And again, if Sparky in 6 months unblocks you and starts going off on you, or even on his Twitter while you're still blocked starts going off about you, then we can go and publicly go, hey Sparky, you are a piece of absolute shit, shut the fuck up, we're calling you on the carpet, what the fuck is wrong with you? And if vice versa occurs, and people over on your side of the table see you doing something similar, they can call you on the carpet and go, hey dude, you said this was fucking done. This was over with. Why the fuck are you bringing it back up? Everyone walks away from the table going, yep, we're going to cut all ties, everything's going to be clean and clear, and there's going to be no issues, no residuals. Everyone, including you, gets to walk away with the knowledge that if something goes differently, then those people will be immediately and harshly pulled the fuck up. And if you're worried that I won't harshly pull Sparky the fuck up, you really should ask Sparky how often I harshly pull him the fuck up.
Oh fuck! We got into an argument 2 days ago in DMs. Yeah, I did lose.
I think the issue is that like, we just value this idea differently. Like,
okay, and I think the issue is that you are absolutely refusing whatsoever to do what is clearly the more intelligent action. You see, here's the other part of this. By absolutely refusing and saying, well, it's just not that important to me. What you're really telling everybody involved is that what's more important to you is not ending this, is that keeping it possibly going is important to you. And you can tell me all day long, well, I don't have any intention of keeping this going. But every time somebody in this group, both you and Sparky, have said, I have no intention of keeping this going, you've immediately kept it going.
Okay, so this is my official stance. I don't have any intention of, like, prolonging this, but, like, if 6 months from now Sparky's, like, tweeting shit at me, I don't have an issue with it starting up again.
Look, I'm gonna make this very fucking clear. If whether you decide to do what is clearly the intelligent thing or not, if Sparky starts talking shit like this in another 6 months, I'm gonna do everything short of actually beating the fucking shit out of Sparky, mostly because he doesn't live in the same state as I do. Because that's fucking ridiculous and is a waste of everyone's goddamn time.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
All
so
I would like is for you to simply go, you know what? Let's just call it quits and cut ties, and no one has to worry about this.
So let's put this to bed right now, and then we're gonna take the last 15 minutes of this show to do what we're supposed to do, which is take call-ins. Okay, Sparky, are you gonna keep Cody blocked? Tay.
Say that again.
Are you going to
say yes?
Tay? Are you going to keep Cody blocked?
I will keep Cody blocked. I have no intentions of responding to him. I never had any intentions of responding to him.
I don't. Yes or no? Are you going to keep Cody blocked?
He's blocked.
Okay, Cody, do you have any intention of blocking Sparky and putting this behind you whatsoever? Yes or no?
I have no intention of blocking Sparky.
Okay, thank you. We're not going to resolve anything.
Can I at least?
Well, we're not going to resolve this, but
oh my god!
Issue.
Can I at least get, since you're going to just blatantly disagree with everything said, can I at least get you, Cody, to at least make the claim here live for everyone to see on a stream that will not be taken down?
I don't take down shit.
Can you at least say that you have, at this point in time, no intention of revisiting any of this fucking nonsense with Sparktopus? Without ridiculous caveats.
Okay,
So that's a no.
have no interest in prolonging this or pursuing this further at the current time.
Okay.
He said at the current time.
Shut up, Matt!
Yes,
I'm upset about the current time, but I will take that. I will take that because it
future.
I will take that because it lets me go back to this sound clip if this happens again and go, hey, bitch knows what the fuck.
Yeah, the only exception that if someone's
you're right. If Sparky starts it himself, then I will happily go to Sparky and go, hey, bitch knows what the fuck. This is an equal opportunity bitch nosing.
I'm just giving myself the leeway to respond if someone tries to start shit with me. That's all.
You're right. I will ask politely though, one individual with moral agency to another, that if Sparky does do that, you at least give me 24 hours to rip Sparky a new asshole.
I
If you don't see that, then feel free to engage him with all cannons blazing. But chances are, if that comes to my attention, I will handle it, because I have said I will handle it, and that's how I am.
Yeah, I mean, I can't make a guarantee, because I'd very likely just respond myself.
Well, that's why I'm asking you to at least give me a 24-hour window.
Sure, I believe Sparky's not going to interact with me, so I have no problem giving this window.
That works by me, then. I am all set. Is there anything you'd like to say before you leave, Cody?
Let's see. Is there anything I want to say? I guess, like, the only thing I want to say is, just in the future, Antoine, Sparky, please be careful with, like, what kind of language you're using, when you're, like, talking about people.
No.
But it was getting, like, pretty fucking sketchy with, like, Cass and Cinder.
Okay, hold up. This is getting dangerously close to territory that involves rehashing the old shit.
Yeah, no. I mean,
so let's put it in the terms that are much more easily
Okay.
understandable. And this goes for both of you, all of you, really, because you do the same kind of stuff. Let's all just watch our language in the future. Whether it's over exaggerating shit, whether it's fucking around saying things that are blatantly untrue, or even just twisting it, gaslighting it.
The issue is
That's
like,
way condescension.
Language led to anyone being in potential danger, whereas I feel like what Sparky and Antoine did was avoidable. And hey, I'm willing to believe them that they say, like, oh, like, we've changed our perspective on some things.
This is going into what I just said I didn't want to do, which is rehashing the old shit. That's why I said let's put it in a context that's much more understandable and doesn't rehash shit, which is very simply, let's all say what we actually mean and what is actually the truth if we ever have to interact again. That's easy enough.
Please, all I ask is that you guys are very careful and very cognizant of the kind of language you use when people are maybe getting riled up, because while it maybe feels good at the time, it can lead to negative outcomes for other people, and you do bear some responsibility for that if something were to happen. Is that fair?
So you're saying don't be offensive?
No.
No, Matt,
No.
don't you dare. No, Cody, I got this. Matt, do not dare.
I just want to get to the call-ins. I don't care.
No, you are not going to start a giant SPW argument when I'm right here. Cody, have you said your piece?
I mean, I kind of have to respond to that because it seems like Antoine...
No, you don't have to respond to it. As we just said, you can go, I see, he's being a dick. I don't gotta lower myself to his dickishness, and you can move on.
Okay, the issue is I don't want what happened to me to happen to other people, where they have to, like, call
And
in.
you have made your point clear 3 times now that
All
you
right.
prefer they not use the same tactics.
Oh,
I
God.
think they get that.
But, like, Antoine can't even recognize that.
Thank you very much, Cody. We're going to go on with the show. You've said your piece.
Hold on. Stop.
All right, I guess, like, if,
We're not kicking anybody. For the love of God.
I mean, like, it's a show. Like, if you need me to go, that's fine.
Hold on.
I hope
I
you
just
take
wanna-
into consideration what I'm saying, but if you
All
don't, I can't force you to.
I think that despite your impression of the people involved, everyone here is intelligent enough to understand what you're saying. Which is that, again, we should, in the future, make sure that what we're saying is true. Okay?
Yeah, it's
track-
not necessarily like that. It's true. It's not like when you say things like you're attacking families to someone, like you're giving that person in their own minds, especially when it's like maybe not the most intelligent person, maybe they're not all there. You're kind of giving them like justification.
Okay, hold up. You're doing that thing that I asked you not to do, the condescension and the disparaging again.
I mean, I'm not condescending to anyone in here. I think
Okay, that's
more than
point being that we do understand what you're trying to say, and you've explained it 4 times now.
Well, no, like if you'll just let me finish. So when you say things like you're attacking families, like you're giving people like that justification to go out and like do something harmful.
Okay, that is. Oh boy, that's another can of worms that I really do not feel.
Woo, lad. All right.
whatsoever.
So I already said
Oh, no.
that
Oh, boy.
I agreed
Oh, boy.
with what was said on the cunt stream.
This is a very serious thing we're doing now.
So
I
I don't know why you have to
not
clarify it for the 8th fucking time, Cody.
Okay.
It's no longer about just like, this is what happened to me. It's like, hey.
Oh my god. Yeah, in the future we'll deal with this.
Both of you enough. Both of you. Cody, you are not the defender of the weak and downtrodden. We get your fucking point. Antoine, stop fucking baiting him, okay? Jesus Christ, for a brief second, stop being your persona. I think everyone's got their fucking points across. We've officially put nails in as many fucking coffins we can fucking find. Cody, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if at any point in time you felt like you were being personally attacked. I would like to make it very clear that I am personally upset with the vast majority of the people involved in this bullshit. Again, thank you for your time. I'm glad you actually came. I know there was some debate about whether you or not. You are free to go. We're not going to kick you. You can leave on your own. We're not that much of an ass.
Okay. I guess it's disappointing to me that, like, I think this is like a really important part, and we can't explore it or resolve it. But
No, because you guys caused even more fucking drama.
You having me on, and for being an impartial host. And have a great day, guys. Thanks. Bye.
Peace out, homie. All right, now, what cringy articles does Antoine have for us today?
No, it's almost 9 o'clock. It's almost that time. We're going to take a few
God
calls.
damn it, we have a time for one cringy fucking article, and I will bring it up right now.
You have a cringy article?
I run the afterburn, you little shit. Give me 1 second here. I will send you a link, Monsieur Macron. Where the fuck are my things? Antoine primary. Actually, I'll send it to Caffeinated or Die.
Yeah.
If I can make my fucking internet work. There we go. Let me know once you have it pulled up.
No! Oh, God. All right.
Oh, God.
Zach, you are reading this one 100%.
All right. Is it up? Is it ready?
Hold on. I got to get the broadcast booth down.
Antoine, as you're doing that, you need to purr.
What?
It was requested by the chat.
Oh, God. I have to fucking whitelist this site. Son of a
Yep.
bitch.
Purr. Purr, damn it.
Hold on.
We're waiting. The chat demands a purr.
The chat can fucking pay for a purr.
Rackus, send $1.
Ask $1 gets like 2 seconds.
That's fine. It's still a purr, goddammit. We make money. He's asking again. Sarah's going to join in soon. You know she is. You know she's going to start demanding you purr in a minute.
Dollar bills, y'all. We need to get paid. Alright, so I'm going to bring this up. God damn it, Ben! You fucking
Not only does Ben give you money, but Razzo has a great point. You listen to the last hour of that bullshit, you definitely have to purr.
Well, I have to now. God damn.
Ben C was already my hero for making my streams that much better, but now he's like a god. I'm gonna add Ben C to my Dark God pantheon for when I get my RP server set up.
Do I have to slip into character for this and build it up?
Purr for daddy, god damn it!
All right, listen here, Ben C. I'll definitely purr for you. $5.
That's right. That's right. Purr for your purr, daddy. Yeah, that's fucking hot right there. That's right. Purr for dollar, daddy. You're not done yet, boy. Keep purring.
I am done. That's $5 worth of purring, you son of a bitch.
$5 purr, you son of a bitch.
No.
Get back in there and hit the creases.
No.
Get in the greasy
No.
spots.
I refuse.
No, you're gonna get in there nice and deep like with that purr. Boy, I want to feel the vibration on my scrotal sack.
God damn it, Pen. Oh, fucking hell. Hold on.
Did Panina send you more money?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my girl, Panina Chan.
She must have done it for Streamlabs.
Yep.
I'm checking. $15 from Panina Chan. purr, bitch. God damn.
That's right. Purr for your mama. Give mommy what she wants. She wants her little poof twan to purr like a bitch. Do it. Do it now.
All right, Pen. Just for you, darling. I promise. This is only for you. It's just you and me in the chat. No one else. You and me are going to have ourselves a really good time. Alright, that's all I got.
Alright, so you want to pull that thing up?
Yeah, I will pull that up. I'm such a money whore. Oh, god damn it. There we go. This is just... Mwah. This is...
Is it there? I
Yeah,
see
it's
it.
up.
Okay, if you swear it's there, 'cause the chat hasn't, like, the stream hasn't caught
there.
up yet.
It's there.
All right, I'm just gonna trust you on that.
Also with a giant advertisement for League of Legends 2019 season, because I had to whitelist this fucking thing because they don't like ad blockers.
Right, I'm gonna go ahead and read this now.
Go ahead.
Navy SEALs no longer allowed to wear blackface. Fort Bragg, North Carolina, special operators will no longer be allowed to wear black face paint after biting criticism from activist groups, sources confirmed today. The move is aimed to stop the controversial practice of channeling one's inner black dude before infiltrating a compound. We're not 100% woke, but this is a big step, said Lieutenant General Scott Howell, the current nominee to head Joint Special Operations Command. We must stop perpetuating the stereotype that all black people are good at tactical operations. Recent studies show how blending in with the dark of night to be a racist artifact of the past. SEALs will now be required to use inclusive rainbow patterns and biodegradable glitter. I never felt like I was being racist, said Petty Officer First Class James Largo. But I understand how cultural biases can find concealment in the covert corners of your mind. The changes, which go into effect next month, have the support of allies and critics alike. Even hostile countries like Syria and Somalia are excited for the progressive step forward.
That's it.
So, I for one, I disagree with this entirely. I think we should be wholeheartedly allowed to wear blackface whenever we wish, especially when it's infiltration missions.
You know what? I agree with you. I really do. I agree. We have to be able to use blackface. It's
Time-honored tradition in our military.
It is, and they have to. I mean, Zach, you were in the military.
I
right?
was. Blackface was a constant thing.
So you did Did you carry around like tattered clothes and a tambourine and things like that?
I wasn't a gypsy. I was a soldier.
Well, I'm just asking because blackface.
Why are you calling me a gypsy? What the hell is wrong with you? Tambourines and tattered clothes roaming around? There isn't an ounce. Look, I'm a lot of things we could say, but there isn't an ounce of gypsy or filthy Romani in my blood. No Welsh either. You can fuck right off with that, Matt. I don't know what bullshit you're spouting, but it's starting to get on my nerves. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself, Buster.
Hey. Eat your frog balls.
Check yourself.
Eat your frog balls. Eat your frog balls. You'll feel better.
By the way, frog balls from Nabisco are delicious. If you're feeling froggish and you can't find the energy to leap, try frog balls, a delicious salty, sweet, chewy blend made of only the finest frog parts. Frog balls from Nabisco.
All right. We have enough time to take a couple calls.
In fact, Ben C should be the first one as he was desperate to get on here.
Was he?
He's like, I want to be a call-in. He said it like 14 times, and we ignored him because I was busy screaming at all of you.
Okay, so go ahead. I'll send Ben the link. Anybody else who would like to participate, go ahead, hit me up in Discord DMs or Twitter DMs, and we will bring you on the show. And you can have your time to ask either myself, Tay-Tay, or Zach any questions, ask for advice, tell us your comments, but be aware that we really don't care about your opinion because our opinion is the only one that matters.
It's not that we don't care about your opinion. Okay, I want to clarify this. Not that we don't care about your opinion.
All right, you clarify.
It's that your opinion is wrong. And we want to tell you the right way to think, the right way to believe. We want you to understand how we feel about this whole thing. Also, for those of you who are wondering, the rioting has finally come to a stop.
It sounds like it.
They're no longer screaming. The police are cleaning up the last little bits and vestiges. At the moment, it appears that there were 78 injured on the civilian side and 4 dead on the police side. It's been a rough day out here in Lynn. The cops are handing out congratulatory heroin needles to everyone who survived.
Well, that's good. We also may hear from our man on the street. He was on the other side of that riot. So hopefully we will get him to come in and talk about it. Did you know any of the people who died personally, Zach? I mean,
no, I try not to know anyone here in Lynn.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it's just safer that way.
And then Penn says, I got my $15 worth of purring, I'm good, and I'm refraining from calling because I'll just rip the bandage off you guys just put on for coddled Cody.
Good girl, Penn. Good girl. I knew there was a reason I fantasized about you occasionally.
I mean, when you deal with elves, you have to understand they do look out for the best in people. It's not always that the elves are not... I mean, the elves are usually hippies, but in this case, she's looking out for everyone.
What the hell are you talking about?
She's an elf.
Who's an elf?
Penn.
Since when?
She's always been an elf.
Oh, God, now I can't do dirty things to her.
Yeah, you can.
I don't sleep with elves.
You don't sleep next to them. They steal your soul. You fuck them and leave.
I just don't sleep with elves.
Oh, she says she's a sprite. Is that better?
That's actually not really any better. Sprites are considered fae, and that's worse than the elves. Because fae are just no. You know what? If you're a fae and you come on here, I will start asking you questions because I know you can't lie.
You did give her advice the last time about relationships.
I did, but I didn't know she was a goddamn fae.
Well, I mean, I think she still has the hots for you, Zach.
She might. I mean, it happens. I'm a pretty intense guy. I'm pretty sexual in nature.
Well, I mean, all right. Well, Ben C has not hit up DMs or come on. I sent him the link. I don't know if he's seen it. He has seen it, but I don't know if he's coming on. So, Tay-Tay actually has a caller.
Yeah, give me a minute to go get her.
God damn it, Tay-Tay!
The worst, most unprepared radio show of all goddamn time.
The Howard Stern show. Yeah. We're better than Howard Stern.
We are?
Yeah.
Since when?
Because Howard Stern sucks. Have you heard his shit lately? I mean, come on. We're at least better than that.
No, I haven't really, no. Look, Rakus, the Fae might be uber sexy. Yes, they are. But they're also dangerous as fuck.
They do
the term
things to you.
capricious was designed for the Elven and Fae races. Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
Look, I fucked a Fae one time and it was a poor choice.
Yeah, he was, what, you were a midget for like 2 weeks?
No, I wasn't a midget. I've never been a fucking midget. I'm already short enough. I don't need midget status.
Oh, so it stayed.
No.
I thought you lost your height for like 2 weeks. I guess it just stayed.
No, I look, when you fuck Fae, they have a tendency to take things from you that you might not recognize you needed. What she took from me were memories. I didn't think I needed those memories, but now I don't know how to drive. Or do certain mathematical problems.
You're the one who caused the riots, aren't you?
Maybe, I don't know.
Were you in Charlottesville?
It's possible. Yeah, Rakus, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Zach, were you in Charlottesville? Did you happen to forget how to drive?
No, that was not me. I avoid vehicles entirely at this point. It's just a bad choice.
All right,
So
I'm just making sure. It doesn't look like
my call-in's a no-show. She has stage fright right now.
Oh. We weren't going to eat her or anything.
I know.
No, put her on. Her laugh sounds lovely, and she's probably much more easy to understand than you are, Tay-Tay. Put the woman on.
Okay.
It's time we ended this sausage goddamn fest. Let's get some taco in here.
We had taco in here last week.
Yeah, but that was last week.
Okay, she's got the headset on.
Oh, excellent. Hello there, Captain.
Shush. Thank you for calling Caffeinated Die with Matt, Zach, and Tay-Tay. What can we do for you, caller?
Look, these other two don't matter. Obviously, your questions are for me. What do you got?
Hi.
Hi, how's it going? So what can we do for you?
We promise not to eat you in the bad way.
Unless you ask politely.
I don't think I will.
Well, it was worth a shot. What questions do you have? How can we help you? Antoine specializes in day-to-day issues, Sparky specializes in speech therapy, and I specialize in relationships. What can we do for you?
Speech therapy.
Sparky, you're up.
She's looking at me. He's like, speech therapy? Really?
Really? Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, really. Listen to him. That man has clearly been to some speech therapy courses.
Have you not heard the sexy Sparky voice?
Wait, have you not? Like, you might not. She might not have. Sparky, do it.
I live with him.
Do it right now, Sparky.
What'd you say?
Do the sexy Sparky voice, or else I'll eat your face. Do it now.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it, or I swear to God, I will eat you.
So what do you want me to say?
That was perfect. Well done. So, what do you think now, Captain Hook? Is your hook ready to curve? I don't know what that meant, but it sounded good.
That was a little weird.
A lot of things are a little weird.
It is a little weird.
I would like to point out that someone would like Captain Hook to ask Antoine a very special question.
Oh yeah.
Could you ask Antoine why he's called Pooftwan for us?
Antoine is not here, so I can't
No,
answer that.
no! Ask Matt why Antoine is called Pooftwan. Do it now, Captain Hook. Do it now.
Why are you?
Why am I called? Why is Antoine called Pooftwan?
Yes.
Because, unfortunately for Antoine, whenever he gets upset or ragey, he doesn't sound like he's angry. He sounds annoyed. Like a cat annoyed that you put something on its shelf. So, on MSNBC, there was a particular article that the gorgeous Wren decided to put up that had him get particularly angry. So, it started going around that he sounded like a very, very poofy-tailed cat.
But what questions did you have for us, Miss Hook?
I didn't have anything. He just put the headphones on my head.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It happens. So let's go ahead and see if we can't figure out what your particular problems are. You live with Tay-Tay. I mean, that right there has got to be stressful. How do you handle it? How do you handle living with a 6'7", basketball American? As a white woman, are you scared?
No.
Does it frighten you that he's basketball American?
No.
There's a Ben C here as well. Ben C, we'll get to you in a second.
Let me put you on mute real quick, Ben. We'll get to you in just a second, all right?
So, it doesn't bother you at all? Because it would bother me, frankly. I'm not prejudiced, but that's a lot of guy there. 6'7", lifts tires over his head,
and can lift the transmission up by himself
with one hand and just his dick. I mean,
it's because I'm mean.
Because she's mean. Oh my God! Wait,
I'm mean.
Are you enslaving him?
That is possibly.
Do you use him as slave labor? Do you have a plantation? He works your fields.
It's a small area.
Zach, this explains. Zach, do you remember a couple weeks ago we had to have a talk to Tay-Tay after the show? Like we had to sit him. We had to forcefully sit him down. I think this explains why.
Matt, I can't do this. She just said she has a black man to plow her very small fields. I can't do that.
All right. Give Tay Tay that. Thank you very much, Captain Hook. Give Tay Tay.
Captain Hook.
Give Tay Tay.
Hold up, hold
What?
up, Miss Hook. You've been far too silent, far too long. It was actually good to hear your voice for once. Feel free to come back on whenever you like.
Okay. Sound good to me.
Yep. We'll talk to you later. Take care.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, Ben C. Welcome to the Matt, Zach, and Taylor Show. This is Caffeinated or Die. What can we do for you today, O Lord and Savior of our internets?
Ben, you have to unmute yourself, sir.
God damn it, Ben. That's phone.
You hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. That interview that you had was a little too long.
Yes, we know.
And
Yes,
I bet
we-
$100 this will be back. We'll be talking about this again.
Look, man, if you're going to give me that $100, I will make it happen for you.
No, I don't think he wants it to happen again.
Look, all I'm saying is don't bet that much money. I will manufacture the shit.
Well, speaking of Antoine, I found a really interesting book for him, and you're not going to believe by who.
No, what, Ben? Don't. Antoine and I have had a conversation.
I know.
You know, he was very angry about the stuff that he read yesterday.
There are other people.
Oh, was he also mad about the video that I sent him too?
Oh God, that thing.
Well, did you know that Tess Holliday made a book?
Tess Holliday has a book.
Yep, on fat acceptance.
Ooh.
Oh my
I'd
God.
like to point out that he's not the only person who reads things.
Oh God.
I was surprised too. I came up on it accidentally.
So, all right, Ben. Now that I have you here,
Uh-oh.
Antoine has a question. Had a question for you. He wants to know why you enjoy torturing him so much.
It's easy.
I think it's because the fact that as long as I've been following him, the other two, Sarah, Ishtar, and Wren, have been trying to do it long and hard.
Whoa!
And
I like the way you're talking, Ben.
has always laughed at her and tried on it. And there's been a couple times where I thought that it wasn't really going to do it. But but then all of a sudden it takes a 180 and they're congratulating me for doing something that they haven't been able to do.
So let me get this straight, Ben. You are doing it for the women's.
Well, that, and I love hearing his brain or computer board, whichever one of the two that Sparky takes care of.
Yeah.
Basically, blows a circuit and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you do know if you plow Antoine long and hard enough, he'll do anything for you.
Oh yeah, and plus he loves the money too, so make him dance.
He is a money grubbing whore. I will admit that. Well, all right. I guess Sarah in the chat says Ben is a true gentleman.
And also, I can't wait to see him eat Anti-Hero's gift.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Anti-Hero was doing.
Sarah's gonna be eating that too. They're both gonna munch on my delicious chocolate starfish.
God damn it!
Live.
He is not happy about this.
Hey, Antoine, I forgot because of the whole deal this morning, but I actually had a request from someone, and I'm gonna go ahead and fulfill that request right now.
No, don't you dare! Don't.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
I know what you're gonna do, and I will mute your ass.
You know who this request is from?
If it's from Anti-Hero or Zach, you are not supposed to listen to that.
It's not from them.
Brockus?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know. I just guessed.
Yep, it was Brockus.
You definitely cannot play anything that Brockus has requested.
Well, it was requested from what you said.
From what I said? What did?
Yep.
Tay-Tay,
Yes.
Antoine will not be happy if you play that audio.
I love the taste of anti-hero's
God damn
heart, throbbing cock, pumping thick jets of his hot, masculine fluids deep into my throat as I drink it down like it had been lost, like I had been lost in a desert for years, and finally been blessed with his juices.
That wasn't me!
I love the taste of anti-hero's hard, throbbing cock.
Oh God, I thought Love Fight would have asked for that first.
What are you muting me for? That wasn't me!
I got sound pad to work. That was fun.
Just to let you know, Antihero and Zach and Tay-Tay and Sparky, all of you, Antoine hates you all.
That's fine.
Not me.
How much
Or by a separate place.
how much does he hate me? like this much?
I love the taste of Zell's hot, sweaty man meat in my mouth or sucking on his short shaft.
Like that much? Like, is that how much he hates me?
Antoine, they're making fun of you!
Well, hold on for a minute. Antoine said he basically hates everybody else, but my name's not included. Does that put me in a special category?
Yeah, his boss.
He loathes you, there's a difference. Like,
Oh, just loads?
Yeah,
Alright, let's fix that.
I love the taste of anti-hero's hard, throbbing cock, pumping thick. Like it had been lost. Like I had been lost in a desert. I've finally been blessed with his juices and my meat.
alright. Thank you very much, Ben. Thank you for calling in. I'm assuming you want to know when you're going to get more of your book read.
Well, I figure it takes a while for him to recover, and it probably takes about a day. I figure it takes a week or two for Antoine to recover, and it takes about a day for Anti-Hero Soundboard to come back to normal after making some clips.
Ah. Alright, well, I will definitely let people in Discord know, and you'll probably see the tweets and things like that up. So you will know exactly when you're going to get more of your book. But
I don't mind if it's a mystery. I don't mind if it's a mystery, really. I mean, I figure you guys have stuff planned for a while.
You would think that, but unfortunately that's not true.
No, he has stuff planned. He's busy going down on Sandman right now.
I found a good one. You guys are going to love this. But there is something that Antihero wants, or Zach wants me to play. So we gotta get to that, and then we will probably be ending the stream after that. So thank you again for calling, Ben. You are the legendary henchman for a reason. I think if you keep this up, he's gonna promote you to a different status. So,
asshole.
not something like that, but
That's my rank, goddammit.
yeah, that's unfortunately he takes up all that.
I take up the whole asshole. The entire asshole is mine.
So have a good day, Ben. Drive safe, man.
Have fun.
Right. All right, you want me to show this? I think.
It's from Sugar Tits, so I don't think she'll like strike us or anything, especially if we're in pain.
No, I think she's going to enjoy the fact that we are spreading her around. Sugar Tits is actually pretty cool. So.
I should point out before this starts that this is not me requesting that we do this.
This is Anti-Hero.
No. I recently made peace with someone, and their only condition to our making peace is that I force you, Matt/Antoine, to watch a terrible video. And this one's gonna hurt. This one's gonna hurt everyone.
So let me raise this, because you guys don't God damn it. Here. There we go. Alright. This is from Sugar Tits. It is called...
This is why we need rabbits.
They can hear it, Sparky.
We can't.
So click
It's
the
okay.
link that's in the Discord.
Yeah, just and everyone chill, okay? Just chill. Let me know when you're starting it, man, because I wanna be on the same page.
Alright, I am starting it now.
Shit, I'm not. All right, starting. It's starting. We're good.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, Ted Watchers.
How you doing, Sugar Tits? I missed you.
So, with intersectionality being the favourite fishy feminist flavour right now, it's no wonder we see more and more whiny bitches scraping the bottom of their social, economical, racial, sexuality barrel, desperately collecting as many oppression points as possible for the much desired validation to lecture and shame those around them, blissfully unaware of their privilege. That, or they're just a massive pack of cunts who need to get their twat rocks off by making other people feel like shit so they can extinguish their own guilt. Guilt implanted into them by other asshole brainwashing intersectional feminists with more oppression points, as illustrated here on this super woke as fuck Venn diagram. Here you can see the various categories that collect oppression points. Note how the categories intersect. If you fall into 2 or more of these groups, congratulations, you have god status.
Why are all the gods such vicious cunts?
The intersections point out how the varying oppressions are interconnected. Like a dick in anus scenario.
Where's the god of tits and wine?
So given that claiming a stake in 2 or more categories of oppression points means you get more allocated hours of vagina mouthing off on the cunt clock, no wonder something like vegan exists. Feminist vegans have made their presence...
Oh, God. Oh, God. I paused it, just to let you know.
Why did you pause it?
Because this has to do with the last article that Antoine read.
We're not even at the good parts yet, buddy.
I know. Do you want me to go get him?
When I had no. When I you can if you want to, but when I had this particular very angry individual request I send you a video, I scoured the corners of YouTube for something perfect.
Who is the angry individual?
And when I saw this, I went, that porcine-faced motherfucker will thoroughly appreciate me using this. And so we're doing it.
Signed-faced motherfucker?
Porcine-faced. You know, pig-like. With tusks and shit.
Oh! What? Fuck him. Alright. Do you want me to go get Antoine? I can't.
Yes, go get Antoine, goddammit. I want him to suffer too.
Alright.
And while you're getting him...
I love the taste of anti-hero's hard, throbbing cock, pumping thick jets of his hot, masculine fluids deep.
So much.
You know, it would usually be me playing it, and then afterwards, Antoine would be saying this.
Shut the fuck up, Sparky. You're gonna give someone a bad idea, and then I'm gonna have to do a fucking video on it, and then I'm gonna find your ass, because I know where you live. I'm gonna beat you within an inch of your life with your own limbs.
Is he gonna look for gerbils in your ass? Because apparently...
Would you like help searching your butthole? Yes, I'm sure that anti-hero has a few leftover gerbils that need rescuing.
Because apparently gerbil rescues his thing.
Oh boy. We are all gonna get talking to later on.
Is there a reason I was summoned here?
Yeah, you're gonna watch a video, you little bitch.
What am I watching?
The vegan feminists.
Oh god. No! I already dealt with this!
No, it's gonna get worse.
No, I
Trust
dealt
me.
with this already. I
No,
don't want to do
it's
it again.
worse.
You can't
No,
make
you're
me.
fucking watching it. Shut the fuck up and watch it, goddammit. The chat demands it.
Who sent you this?
A very angry orc.
God.
Oh,
God
so the
fucking
same
damn
one
it!
question
You got this from Brockus? That interior decorating 9-foot tall orcish piece of shit who likes nothing but pink? Are you kidding me?
Brockus just left it up to me on what I would send, and I think I'm doing him proud.
God damn it.
And as soon as you watch this piece of shit, you'll agree.
Alright,
Hit it!
I'm doing it!
It's known in the intersectional feminism ring, and they need to teach us all a lesson. But before we get into that, let's get a brief remix montage on what exactly it means to be a vegan. It's tits time!
I have a huge smile on my face.
What the fuck is that?
You were using my dick as a cuddle toy.
What the fuck?
Burn, Antoine, burn!
Why is he in the tub? Why? Why does he look like Pee Wee Herman did 3 years of meth and heroin?
Oh, why is he playing a guitar naked talking about dick ownership? Why is his dick vegan? This is worse.
No.
It's about to get worse.
No.
Yes.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Ah! Why?
Yes.
Why? No. Ah, God. Are you going to get this stream shut down with this? What the
Sugar tits.
That's John Sakars. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, it's worth a visit if you have a strong stomach and sexual inclinations towards cock and vag shaped fruits and veg.
I haven't deleted videos. Fuck you, Ruckus.
Okay, I know. Perhaps that montage wasn't the best insight into what exactly a feminist vegan is. So let's see if we can make like an apple and get down to the core of this. No? No? Vegan fruit themed joke? No? Ah, fuck you all in the fuck-eyed fuck mouth ass fucking fuck motherfucking McFuck tits.
Alright now, alright? Just back off. Alright.
Why I see meat eating as a feminist issue, and I wish more women did.
I have to pause it. Okay. Okay, so $5.
Wow.
$5 from Bed and C. Was that anti-hero for Zach?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
I want maybe the laugh is what he's talking about.
Oh, I guess asking for...
What's going on?
I guess he's asking why Kaduntress is so turned on.
I don't know which laugh she's turned on by. It's probably your laugh. No one gets turned on by my laughs.
Alright. So
I did check the DMs, by the way, Wren. I like it. If we have next time, we'll do this for certain. This is beautiful.
Don't promise things if you're not talking.
Oh no! I'm gonna bring it up myself if I have to.
Oh boy.
Do I need to keep watching this? You've already tortured me enough.
No, keep watching. Let's finish it out.
Fuck.
Since becoming vegan, the connection between animal cruelty and violence against women and girls has grown so strong for me that it's virtually impossible to avoid. When I see a photo of Trump biting into a piece of meat, I immediately think of the 22 brave women who have publicly accused him of sexual assault and harassment. And then I think of the millions of Americans, many of them white women, who voted for him anyway because grabbing someone by the pussy is evidently not that bad. Okay,
because it's
so
not
let me get
that
this
bad.
straight. When you see Trump eating a burger and or various other meat products, you start to think about sexual assault and harassment? Really? Huh, okay, I mean, I don't get it personally, but if you say so. I don't know, I'm willing to try. Okay, let's all try then, shall we? Yeah, all you mad cunts out there watching right now, let's do a little vegan experiment here. Concentrate really hard on the upcoming Trump footage, and you tell me in the comments what's the first thing that popped into your heads while watching. Okay, let's go.
It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Ah, come on!
Do we have no food for you, or do we give you some little quick salads that the first lady will make along with the second lady? They'll make some salads. Or do I go out, send out for about 1,000 hamburgers, Big Macs, Burger King, Wendy's, and McDonald's?
Gotta be losing money on this. When it comes to great steaks, I've just raised the stakes. Trump steaks are the world's greatest steaks, and I mean that in every sense of the word. The most flavorful beef you've ever had. There's nothing better than that. If you like your steak, you'll absolutely love Trump steak. One bite, and you'll
Why
know
does he look
exactly
like he's
what I'm
trying
talking
to take
about.
a shit
And
while
believe me,
reading these?
I understand steaks. It's my favorite food, and these are the best. How do you do it? What's your secret?
He's putting that emphasis in it.
He's trying to make a movement.
You owe the president an apology.
Well, yeah, sorry. I wasn't
already
getting
read
any
out the
rapey
super chat
vibes
message,
there.
Kadam.
Mostly I just wondered, one, how much bank has Trump made from doing commercials? And two, if that Grimace cunt has massive purple McTesticles. Grimace is a dude, right? Is he?
I don't know, he's a big purple triangle.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. It is ma'am.
Whenever I see a father
Really
being
quick,
abusive
really
to-
quick. Speaking of that person, one of the names that's been going around is, what is it? Transoman Randy Savage? Or something like that? Macho Trans Randy Savage, that's what it is.
Okay.
Macho trans. I don't wanna be a macho trans. Macho trans.
his dog. Even if he's just yelling, I'm instantly fearful for the well-being of
Captain,
his
can't
daughters.
have your pudding if you don't eat your meat.
Whenever I meet a man who loves hunting,
How can
I'm
you have
reminded
any
that an
pudding if
American
you
woman
don't
is
eat
fatally
your
shot by
meat?
her partner every 16 hours. Whenever I think about chickens, I remember the time my abusive ex told me about a video he'd watched where a man was shown sexually assaulting a chicken and then bragging about it, apparently excusing his behavior by claiming that the bird liked it.
Wait, so she's pissed off because her boyfriend watched bestiality videos. That sounds like a personal problem.
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much, and I have to go and fuck your dog.
No.
What the fuck? Oh fuck. Firstly, I'm sorry you were in a bad relationship with an abusive partner, but I'm curious, did you have any idea when you met him that he had a chicken fucking kink? Oh wow, it all totally makes sense now.
Do you think he made her dress up in a chicken costume?
Hating leads to feminism. Catching partner watching foul porn leads to you wondering if that's ranch sauce on your drumstick. Leads to being a vegan. Ha! My tits god. We've cracked the code. And whenever I hear people defending their meat eating by saying that they only buy organic or grass-fed, I simultaneously hear it must not have been that bad then.
I get offended seeing pints of milk. It sends like shivers down my spine.
I've been brought up around farming since the day I was born. I'm passionate in producing food. Josh,
That man has no chin.
When I shook his hand, I could feel the suffering that those animals have had to endure. They just want love. That's all they want. They just want love.
What the fuck is this? Who? You get upset over seeing a gallon of milk? You stupid fuck. This right here, this is a man who has only ever taken things up the ass and has never been loved by anyone.
This guy is absolutely fucking perfect. At one point in here, if you haven't already passed it, he says, and I'm damn near quoting, when I shook his hand, I could just feel the suffering all around him.
He just said that.
Ah! Oh, it's beautiful. It gets my dick hard.
The animals that I've been around my entire life have been farmed in a way that's fair.
It's great.
Yeah, you can't. You eat meat. It's a vegan
This is a
thing. It's
man who
superpower
has
thing.
nothing taken nothing but vegan dildos from feminists 24/7.
You know, you are a masochist, right, Anti?
I'm a lot of things.
Propaganda about meat is
Apparently.
everywhere, ubiquitous. And why?
I said, look into his
Because, as I
eyes.
argue in
Look into the
Sexual
sanity
Politics of
there.
Meat,
He's
meat
so
represents
sane.
male
Can't you
dominance,
tell?
says Adams.
Look at
The
him.
Sexual Politics of Meat.
If I ever develop that
I'm not
look,
gonna lie.
I want you to
That
kill
book
me.
sounds
Oh,
fucking
don't worry.
mental.
I
She
will.
points out that historically men have often used the idea of meat as a right within the home, as an excuse for abusing women. As recently as 2014, a Brooklyn man reportedly killed his wife after she'd made him a vegetarian dinner when he'd asked for goat meat.
What? No, 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 no. No, fucking no. She points out, have used the idea of eating meat as a right within the home to beat their wives?
Yes.
Isn't
No!
this the same article you read, though?
No, this is not.
Look.
A different one?
When I don't get my meat beaten, I beat some meat. That's all I'm saying.
Now, I have a question. Since he was asking for goat, right? He's asking for goat.
No, he was a Pakistani man.
I was going to say, is this a Muslim?
Yeah, he actually, yes, he is. He's a Pakistani immigrant. He was asking for goat, and then later on, during the night, they had an argument shortly afterwards, and he beat her to death with his cane.
That has nothing to do with him eating meat. That has
Not at
everything
all.
to do with the religion that he follows, the religion
It
of
was
peace,
a cultural
by the way.
defect. In
Zach,
fact,
when did you get
part
here?
of his shut up. Part of his defense was that culturally speaking, it was totally okay. That's literally how they ran his defense. His culture allowed beating his wife, so they should run it on a manslaughter instead. I'm not kidding. I looked it up.
Wow.
And you left the door open.
Apparently.
Oh my god.
I was under the impression the door was open. I could come in. Are you trying to tell me no, I can't? That I can't come into the booth that I'm usually in on a weekly basis?
Zach, are you barefoot?
Well, no. Do you think I'm dumb enough to not wear shoes around here?
I'm just saying, don't go over to that
I
person
wear
over there.
steel-toed boots when I walk into this bitch.
I'm just warning you, that crunchy
And then I
stuff
burn
is
them
not what
afterwards.
you need to not go over by Zach. The other Zach, not you, Zach. That
Well,
Zach.
I know what he does. I've seen it. I'm in
Okay.
his head.
So just don't go over there. It's crunchy.
Every meat meal, Adams says, is recalling symbolically
Continue the story.
male
I am.
dominance, so that participation is going to be there tacitly and covertly, rather than necessarily overtly. Seriously? I mean, I know most men love a good steak or goat or whatever the fuck that was again, but come on. The guy was a murderous asshole, wasn't he? The meat didn't make him patriarchal. He was just as likely to kill his wife for asking him to go to the store and buy her some tampons, hey? That shit's just fucking embarrassing. Because the truth is, at least for me, factory farming is inherently misogynistic. Bitch, you crazy. Oh, lol. The meat, dairy and egg industries exist to profit off female reproductive systems. Starting at around 12 months of age, cows living at dairy factory farms are forcibly impregnated through artificial insemination, and then they're impregnated again only 2 to 3 months after giving birth. Hey now, let's not forget to spare a thought for that poor bull who's forced to whore out his bullcock services as well. All that pressure to perform, to satisfy those lady cow bitches, constant jizz milking and shriveled up balls. Do you think he wanted to fuck that last ugly cow they presented to him? No, he didn't. He was tired. And it's sexual assault, you hear? See? It's not always about the women cows. As Adams puts it, reclaiming the right to refuse to eat dead bodies and the products of female exploitation in eggs and milk is a form of feminist liberation. It's a form of refusal that's an affirmation. Vegetarianism is a non-verbal way of refusing the patriarchy. Guess.
Wait. What? I have to go back to that. Reclaiming the right to refuse to eat dead bodies and the products of female exploitation in eggs and milk is a form of feminist liberation. It's a form of refusal that's an affirmation. Vegetarianism is a non-verbal way of refusing the patriarchy.
You know what? I support this.
Can I just send this to Sandman and do a video on his response to it?
Yes, first off, you should. Secondly, I support this. I'm not kidding. I'm not poing. I'm not like I support this. If all the feminists would go and become vegans, I support that 100%.
Is there a reason why?
Yeah, it's more meat for me.
That's a good reason.
I mean, yeah, that's a good reason. I can't argue that.
I mean, I get to eat more steak because they're not.
I can tell you right now, Captain Hook loves her fucking steak.
But does she love tube steak?
I'm not gonna answer that one.
Captain Hook, do you love the tube steak?
She's still listening.
I know she is.
While we're waiting for her enraptured response, let's continue.
You guys gotta get my ass beat.
Yes, we know. But maybe it'd be a pleasurable ass beating. I'm sure she has a very large strap on. She's just desperate to try on you.
Oh, I saw these fucking commercials. Jesus Christ.
This is Jessica.
None of this is true.
BWV.
Oh God, no. Oh God. Oh God.
Boyfriend went vegan and knocked the bottom out
I
of me.
don't like it. I don't like it. I can't.
A painful condition that occurs when boyfriends go vegan and can suddenly bring it like a tantric porn star.
Yes, all vegans and their soy products
For
can
Jessica,
bring it like a fucking
it's
porn
too late.
star, sure.
Oh
You're
God.
back.
This hurts.
Feeling better?
I'd also like to point out just how incredibly dehumanizing for women this is.
Oh yeah, I know.
And they also chose the worst panties to give her.
Titties.
It's true. She didn't look half bad.
Animal rights group.
Dear
Inc.
Captain
recently
Hook,
ran an ad
your
campaign
refusal to
spread the
respond
word
would have been one thing,
A
but
giant
your refusal to
billboard was
respond,
placed near a
coupled
main
with the
highway
little
and attracted
emoji
a
you
lot
put
of
there,
negative attention.
just tells me
Featuring a
everything I
blonde
need to
woman
know.
with an egg in place of her face, the billboard reads, "Face it, you can't claim to be a feminist and still eat eggs." In smaller print it says, "Eggs and dairy are a product of the abuse of females." In this ad, we're asking people to go vegan in solidarity with female animals who are being sexually abused, she said. Price claims the billboard was in part informed by intersectional feminism, which she defined as a rallying cry to stand up to all kinds of systemic abuse. So what did we learn from this? Basically, intersectional feminists are fucking nuts. It's like, the more woke as fuck issues you take on, the more that anger builds up, the more bitter and twisted you become. The more you focus on what makes people different, focus on what separates them, isolates them, and the constant pointing it out and blaming and shaming those who don't agree, or those who would much rather focus on what makes us all the same, like love, family, passion, the fact that we are all born and will all die. Except that Stephen Hawking dude, because I know they're cloning that fucker. The shaming just builds resentment and anger. I mean, if you were this dude's mum, wouldn't you be angry?
I am the beautiful vegan messiah. My mom's a sociopathic piece of I have the highest score in hot or not history. I got 9.9 out of 10 after 327 women rated me. Let's see your talent. Let's see your talent, you ugly piece of
Okay. What in the living fuck is that? That is a spray-tanned, blue-haired, pierced, fucking soy boy, if I've ever seen one.
Is the vegan messiah.
The vegan what?
The vegan messiah. Listen to his voice. He has the voice of a goddamn angel, Matt. Antoine, the voice of a fucking angel.
Hey. No, you need to look at me.
What? Why is he dancing?
I'm just wondering who had the better moonwalk, though.
Because he's showing off his talents, his skills, his radical moves. Look at him. He is
Thanks for watching, everyone.
vegan numero uno especial.
I call plagiarism on Michael Jackson.
And now Corey Haim.
We're past that.
Or is it Corey Feldman?
It's Corey Feldman.
Whatever. It's still awful.
Yeah, we're past that.
Thank God we're past it. Thank God we're past it.
Oh my God. Alright, I'm done. Fuck this show. I'm done. I'm going to get...
Brockus, my boy, that was for you. That was for you, B-Rock. That's for you, man.
Ow.
I hope you...
Antoine just walked by and punched me in the face.
Well, that's what you fucking deserve.
We love General.
Do you think it's too much to see if we can get Hemlock Moonwolf on the show?
You know what? I can try.
I mean, because I think that'd be pretty. I'd like to interview him. That'd be cool. Anyway, Especially if we get him on in a couple of weeks, because there's an article I think that would be just great to go over with him that was sent by the lovely Renovations.
I will definitely hit him up as much as I can.
Yeah, see what we can do there.
And see if we can bring him on. I will probably have to go through memory though, because he's not using Twitter anymore.
Yeah, I know. I would do it myself, but I don't have the kind of pull you do.
Oh yes, because
Anyway.
I have all of the pull.
Well, you do have a platform with lots of subscribers. Bitch nuts.
I will say this though, my very, very first live stream, Jeff Holiday was on it.
I don't care what people think. I love Jeff Holiday's content. I think it's great. So fuck off.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he introduced me to Miles Power, so
I don't know the guy personally, nor will I ask to, but his content's great, and that's what I care about.
Yeah.
I don't care about his personal life.
All right.
Anyway.
Holy shit, it is way past that time.
It is 12:49, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining the Morning Brew Caffeinated or Die with Matt, Zach, and Taylor. I'm Zach. That guy over there is Matt. Say hi, Matt.
What up?
Say bye, Matt.
Bye.
That guy over there is Tay-Tay. Say hi, Tay-Tay.
What's up, man?
Say bye, Tay-Tay.
See you later, fuckers.
You've been here on the Caffeinated or Die Overdrive Edition. We are fucking out. Peace out, y'all.